Share what you thinking, what you thinking. What's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. Hey, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. Tell me, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. Hey, what's on your mind? Say what you thinking, what you thinking. What's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. Hey, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. What's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. Hey, what's on your mind? Hey, tell me, oh, tell me. Tell me, oh, tell me. Tell me, oh, tell me. Tell me, oh, tell me.
What's your topic, sir? You ready to go, Jen? You was cutting up on that one, girl.
Share what you thinking, what you thinking. What's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. Hey, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. Tell me, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. Hey, what's on your mind? Say what you thinking, what you thinking. What's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. Hey, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. What's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. Hey, what's on your mind? Hey,
you know you love me. Alrighty, gatekeepers, it's Friday night. Just got paid. Y'all already know what that means. Let me fix my sound. I just thought about I had not done that. Let me make sure we are doing what we are supposed to do. Nope, and not. There we go. See, little fix right quick. All right, y'all. Anyway, how y'all doing today? Y'all doing all right? Me, I'm good. Thank you for asking me, child. You know, I'm all right. It's Friday night. You already know what this means. This is Friday Night Family Fish Fry and Family Feud. Heavy on the feud. What did y'all bring in here for the fish fry tonight, huh? What you bring? What you got? Let us know. Put it down in the comments. Hear also what you think. Gatekeepers, come on in. Let's laugh and talk and debate. And yes, sometimes argue just a little bit. First things first, let me say my hello to everybody in the room. Hello, everyone. We appreciate you so much for helping keep the gatekeepers in line, moderators. Not that you keep them in line, because we ain't no harm or nothing. You know what I'm saying? But we do appreciate you all keeping the conversation flowing and keeping everything going fun and free and happy down there. We welcome to everybody who is already in the chat tonight. If you're here, go ahead and hit that like button for me. Let me do that on my other device so that I am in compliance as well. Excuse me, so that I'm in compliance as well. And I'm sorry, y'all, but coughing is what's gonna happen over here sometimes. It may be it may have to be a part of the channel's charm. Oh Lord, at least that's one thing I don't want nobody to copy. Anyway, child. All right, listen. All right, so listen. Drop some hearts and down in the chats for the moderators. Let them know that you appreciate them. Tonight is our open panel discussion, but you know how it works now. We're looking for 5 sponsors tonight so that we can unlock the panel and bring the gatekeepers up to the stage. I want to hear what y'all got to say, because baby, a lot went on. You know what? I forgot to get my paper with my stuff on it. I did. I think I got to go in there and get that, because I get it after a while, but I got to go in there. Listen, when I get through with this review, I got to run in and get my paper, because my paper got all the stuff that I want to argue about tonight. Okay, I ain't intending to forget about a thing that we need to argue about. But I left it in there on the dining room table. I have to go in there and go get that. All right, so listen. So the way it works for us to open up the live panel, you know how it goes. Now we have to have 5 sponsors to unlock the panel. That's what unlocks the gates. It's the key, okay? So that we can bring the gatekeepers up here so that they can have their say. So if you want to help unlock the panel tonight, go ahead and hit that super sticker or super chat. Or if you want to sponsor somebody for a membership for 1 month, it's only for 1 month. It's not forever. It's $4.99. It ain't forever. Or if you want to get your sponsorship, whatever 5 that we end up with, it don't matter to me. You want to send something straight to the Cash App, it's scrolling down at the bottom. Do that. All of it counts. And then we will unlock these gates. Because, child, we need to do it tonight. I'm not kidding. So let me tell you something. We got a lot to talk about tonight. Leslie, Vanessa, and Deanna. Baby, Deanna was the star of the show this week, was she not? She is our MVP this week. And then they come talking about they done sent her back to school. I know you lying. I know you lying. You better get her off the bus, train, or automobile, or however y'all took her down to Tabanica. You better bring her back. You can send Donnell back down there. I don't care. Listen, you can reach me by railway. Come on, Deanna. You can reach me by trailway. Come on, get her. You can reach us on an airplane. Just get here when you can, Deanna, because we need you to get here, girl. We need you. She made a big splash. So tonight, gatekeepers, I'm looking forward to you guys telling me what you were thinking. Was Deanna right? Was she wrong? What does this mean for Vanessa moving forward? So get comfortable, grab your plate. Go on in the kitchen, make y'all a plate. Cause I know y'all bought plenty of stuff, although ain't nobody said what they brought to the fish fry yet. I ain't been back there in the kitchen to see what y'all bought. I literally brought fish. That's what I got, some good catfish. Okay. But anyway, get comfortable. Let's have ourselves a good time. And before we do all that, though, you know how we do it. We first got to see who's down here typing in the doggone comment.
Who's that typing in the comments?
We are an interactive family over here. So, yes, we do acknowledge our people. Some people don't like that, but then we may not be for you. Because, you know, we are family. We got to, who walks up in somebody's house and don't speak? And if they speak, I don't say hi back. Hey, Linda. Linda says, greetings, gatekeepers, peepers, creepers, hedge hoppers, and bushwatchers. Miss Lil is also in the house. Hey, Miss Lil. I know you got plenty to say tonight, but don't you let these people get on your nerve about Cat, because you know Cat was cutting up a little bit this week. You know they about to start. You know they don't like you. They don't like you to say nothing about Cat. I don't care what she do. She could slap a cat. You can't even say she slapped a cat. You gotta say, I think that cat hand made a mistake and slipped and touched that cat real hard. She hit that cat on the head real hard. You can't even say she did that. Lord help it, Father. Okay. Who else is down here? Bilo Didi's in the house and says, good evening, gatekeepers. Miss Jan and Mods. Hey, J. Paul is in the house. Good. It says, hello, gatekeepers. I bought the paper plates and napkins. You know what, J. Paul? Somebody, now you thinking. Okay? I apologize if the tartar sauce has a little kick to it. I like to add hot sauce. I never thought about that. It's a thought. I hope y'all are hungry. The seafood boil is ready to be served. For those who drink, there's hurricanes aplenty. For those who don't, here's fruit punch. Well, girl, give me some fruit punch then. Thank you very much. That sounds good, Linda. You went on and spent a couple of dollars. Myrtle tends to say, hey, Miss Jan, gatekeepers in the mouse. Hey, Myrtle. Let's see. Rhonda Reed's in the house. She says, good evening, everyone. I know I done got on Rhonda's nerve. Rhonda down there typing in the comments before the thing got started. She was like, y'all gonna stop talking about that cat. Girl, we gonna talk about cat when Cat is up here. Girl, we gonna do it. We gonna do it. Peggy says, hey there, Miss Jen, Mod Squads, Linda, Belinda, KB Mommy, Raven Maniac, Elaine. Hello to you too. E-Daddy's in the house. Hey, E-Daddy. KB Mommy says, greetings. And so what you think, my Mod Squad sisters, Linda, Bilo Didi, Destiny, my cousin Tony Lynn. Tony, where you at? Her sister officer Belinda Hill and her boo Elaine T and her good friend Bailiff Raven Maniac. All right. E-Daddy says, I am sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but BTG was very weak. What? I enjoyed this week. I did. Go to the paper. I don't know what that means, Linda, but okay, girl. Raven Maniac says, hello, fellow gatekeepers and Miss Jen Mod Squad. I'm over here patiently and poignantly pondering the events of the week. As I take my seat, I will try to be discreet while sipping my BTG tea. And Linda says, don't be shy, y'all. Come up on panel. Let your voice be heard. I heard that. Lift every voice. Let it be heard. Peggy, thank you for being the first sponsor of tonight's live panel. That's one down. 4 to go, you guys. I know you can do it. Linda says, thank you for that. And she also says, E-Daddy, bite your tongue, because we enjoyed this week. We did. I think it's plenty to argue about. I'm going to get my paper so that I know everything I want to argue about. And Cat on the menu, too. Cat on the menu. I don't care if Elaine do slide up in here later. I do not care. Cat do something, I'm going to talk about it. That's it. That's all. All right. Now, with that being said, let's unlock these gates and see what had happened today beyond the gates. Gatekeepers, it's time for our daily dose of Beyond the Gates Unlocked. All right, scrolling up to my pictures. Let's get into it. Kat sees Donnell at the coffee spot, and thanks him for agreeing to take Samantha to the shindig. They chat about the free clinic and her neat and how nice that is, or is it? Is it really that nice? We don't know. I would just like to say, starting out sidebar, Donnell got his curls popping. Do it not remind you of just let your soul go? Don't that remind you? Coming to America. I mean, his curls is popping. They popping. And he's dressed up today in a nice little outfit. He looks real handsome. This is the cutest he done looked to me now since he been on it. Because I'm saying he usually look really young. He still looks young, but listen, was it just me? Was it just me? Or was Cat being, was they trying, was it just me? Or was him and Cat kind of, was it just me? Because y'all know this her type right here. This her type right here. This Cat type right here. This Cat type. We ain't gonna act like it ain't what it is. I'm just saying. He is a Banneker man. And the family don't mind dating younger. He's mature. So I don't know. Tomas, you better watch your back. You better watch your back. Maybe that's why she over there at her granddad in them house, so that she can be doing something. She's doing tipping and tapping. And Tomas can't stop over there like he normally would. He can't just pop in over there. But anyway, now back over at Joey's sidebar one more time. Joey had told this man right here, his name is Benny, with a voice like thunder and Barry White combined. I want to hear him say some more things. I do. Because all he said today was, sure, boss. Whatever you need me to do. But baby, when he started talking, did y'all hear that man with that voice like a thunder and lightning? With that Barry? I mean, listen. He is about 5 octaves lower than rah, rah, rah. I mean, I thought Carlton had a nice voice, but Carlton, you can hush. You can move over. Benny and the Jets, baby. Benny, I need you to come. Listen, I'm just saying I need for Benny to say some more things. I do. I don't care what he talking about. Let the man talk. I need him to get some more lines. Could he be the man for Tracy? Huh? I need him to talk some more. That man said, okay, let me calm down. It don't too much happen on the show for me. Okay, so just give me a minute. Okay, that's enough. All right, but anyway, back at the casino, Joey is talking to Vanessa. She's like breaking down what had happened with her daughter. She's like, Deanna had said that I couldn't even wait 6 months for her against another man. And she said, I don't even know you. Did y'all notice that what Joey's address was? Well, you do know me. Joey didn't say you couldn't wait 6 months. Girl, Joey already know what you are, girl. Joey already know. Joey know what he messing with. Am I wrong? Am I right? Am I right? Am I wrong? I know I'm right. Never mind. I don't need y'all to tell me. Joey. Joey said, she said, what now? She said, let me see what she said. She said, you couldn't even wait 6 months to keep your hands off another man. What else she said? She said that I ain't even know you. Let's talk about that one. Smart man. Joey like, you ain't about to get me with that one. I ain't about to get in that. I'm not. So then while she's talking, she says, well, I need to get to know more about you. She says, so I need for this to be a snark-free zone for the next 5 minutes, Joey, so that I can learn more about you. And he was like, she says, listen, turnabout is fair play. You know all about me. He says, well, I don't like to play. And when I play for keeps. In other words, girl, once he tell you what he tell you, you gonna probably wish he ain't never tell you. Vanessa, you gonna wish he had never told you, girl. Because he ain't lying about that. Now, Derek and Naomi are at Orphagene's and he's all excited about the clinic. Samantha had a good idea that Leslie stole. And even Leslie gave a great speech. He just hopes that Leslie will maybe one day lose interest in it and wander off somewhere. And he said it'd be too bad we couldn't get somebody else to come over and take over. And Naomi said, you absolutely can do that. So is this going to be the beginning of how y'all going to get her out? She was like, now that you done XYZ, all you need is an element of P, because you know these lawyers now, you know they versed in stealing and carrying on. I'm just saying legally stealing. So she's like, all you have to do is do XYZ element of P and then boom, boom, boom. You know, you could do that. He was like, really? He's like, I feel excited all over again. He was like, by the way, I just want to ask you, how's Ashley doing? I'm like, child, now see why we had to go off and all that. We need to get in all that. Now in the alley, in the elevator. I'm sorry, they wasn't in the alley. They in the elevator. In the elevator, Rashad is in the elevator picking up this illegal plasma from Scary Grayson. And he decides to, let a little bit of himself shine through and be deputy do good and tell Grayson, you need to leave Ashley alone and stop wasting her time. One thing Jacob Shad gonna do, y'all. Jacob Shad is gonna be the judge and the jury for folks and put judgment and cases on everybody. He's just like Denzel. I'm putting cases and judgment on everybody. Pelican Bay ain't got nothing on me. I mean, and then sidebar, is it me? Or is these sunglasses and stuff giving ooh suck to me baby like ooh it's giving Missy Elliott. It's giving a little Missy Elliott to me. It's looking like one of these Missy Elliott outfits. I could be wrong. Y'all so judgmental, I swear. Anyway, Martin popped in to see Vernon and he hears that Kat is living there now. He was like, what? I was like, child, you didn't know? Well, now you do. Speaking of Kat, she's still talking to Donnell about how great it is about the clinic and Vanessa being involved with Joey. And I thought it was just gossip, but your mama really messing with him like that? And Donnell said, well, I didn't think that they were really seeing each other, but it looks like they are. And Kat says, well, I'm going through a similar thing with my mother. She's going through this new Nicole 2.0 situation, ripping and running around in them hoochie coochie dresses all over town. It's so embarrassing. Oh God, I can't even see straight. Well, anyway, she said, but that's what she was thinking. She was like, so I know how you feel to have your mama be out here doing stuff she ain't got no business, because mine out here clowning too. But I'm trying to support her. So Donnell admits that he likes Joey, though. He's like, I kind of like Joey. I really like him. I do. I was like, child, that's because you don't know yet about what Joey had did. And so Kat says, well, he did help with the kidnapping with my cousin. And he said, Joey kidnapped your cousin? She said, no, that ain't what I said. I said that Joey helped us. See, Joey got this escort service. And he was like, an escort service? She said, yeah, I think it's called like Heart Attach or something. She was like, well, he got this escort service and he was able to download the information off of it. And Donnell was like, wasn't it? And then he got up and left. See, I was like, baby, Deanna about to flip. Deanna is about to flip. I don't care what y'all said. Deanna about to have a fit. She about to be fit to be tied. But we gotta wait to find out about that. So anyway, Kat looks on her phone while he's gone and she watches the video because the new Chelsea Cat purse is available. The Anita baby. Make sure you get you one because they were available today in real life, in real time. Now, Vanessa and Joy are making up and he's opening up and she's asking about his father. And he said he was an old school syndicate kind of father and very proud of it. So she asked, he said, my daddy ran numbers. And he used to take me with him when he ran numbers. And if I mouthed off, my daddy would probably, in other words, his daddy would just smack him in the mouth. He was not allowed to mouth off to his father. He said his daddy used an iron fist He said he would either do that or he would just leave me places and make me find my way home. Oh, child, this was making Vanessa just about to tear up. Girl, this happened. How old is Joey? About six. How old y'all think Joey is? Well, however old he is, girl, this was many moons ago. It don't need you getting upset about it now. He done made it through. Became a gangster himself. I mean, he chose the same life. I'm just saying and listen, Vanessa, you already know that he used a strong hand with other people. So what is it? As long as he ain't using a strong hand with people, you know it's all right. Don't that make him just like his dad? Hey, unicorn. Don't that make him like his dad? See, people, y'all be having selective stuff. Joey, you just like your daddy, child. You just whatever. Does Joey have any children? Do we know? Okay, but anyway, he said that his grandmother was his save. I guess she was good to him and saved him from the abuse of his father. He says, and I was never able to get my dad's approval, something that I did want, but I was never able to get it. And then she asked him, she said, how long did the abuse go on? And then Joey gonna say, until I was big enough to put an end to it permanently. Girl, see, I told you this is why you need to leave stuff alone. Cause who need to want to know this? Who need to want to know this? Don't nobody need, because now you an accessory to the crime. Girl, you should have put your hand across there and told me, shh. Don't say no more. Don't say no more. You ain't this man's wife, girl. They call you to court. You got to go up there and tell the truth. Because I'd be up there singing like a jaybird on Christmas morning. I would. And then he said, I tell it all. But anyway, I don't know, girl. I mean, unless he did something like cut his daddy up or something, y'all can't find him. I mean, I don't know, girl. You shouldn't have been asking these questions. I mean, after this, he couldn't have told me nothing else. He could not have been like, you know what, you right. Your life is your life and none of my business. Back in the elevator. Grayson says that he wasn't going to get Ashley up. And he said, I would send my regards to your wife, but she think you out of town, right? So then Rashad going to stop the elevator. And he said, whatever going on with me and my wife, you ain't got to worry about what's going on with that. But I told you to end things with Ashley. You know, she ended her last relationship with her last boyfriend because he was lying. So what you think she gonna do about this? And then Grayson told him, he said, well, right now you are currently lying to your lawyer wife, ain't you? So we both liars up in here. Because I'm not gonna stop seeing her. Or in hood language, I ain't doing nothing. I'm like, all right, Grayson, you gave that speech. Naomi told Jacob that her husband was out of town on a specialty training. That's why they can't get together, because he had asked about them all getting together. She was like, no, he on training out of town. He ain't gonna be able to make it. And he was like, oh, okay. I was wondering why I hadn't been seeing him and stuff, but okay, you know. So then he said, but you know, Ashley came to see me this morning before the clinic opened up, before we did the ribbon cutting. Only thing is she brought that doggone Grayson with him. And she was like, really? He says, I need to know what you really think about Grayson. And I'm like, she probably don't think too much, because all she know about Grayson is that he like to run around sucking face. I mean, what else do she know about this man? Not too much. Now, Kat and Donnell, in my opinion, are still over here trying to figure out if they like each other. Y'all know how it is when you first start liking somebody. You be looking at them thinking they cute. He over here with his Don Quixote goatee and little thin beard. I'm telling you, he need is a sword and them tights and a short thing. Them little short things they be wearing. That's all he need, a little hat. Because he is certainly serving up Don Quixote over here. But anyway, they back there talking. He done come back. Kat said, listen, I'm sorry. I didn't know shouldn't have said nothing about heart attacks. I didn't know that. He was like, no. It's okay. It's all right. Kat says, well, maybe your mama don't know that he own it. And he was like, no, because I said, so we was talking about this not too long ago. And she swore up and down she didn't know nothing about birthing no babies. And I was like, He's like, now that I think about it, I think she was lying to me. And I'm like, child, you think? You know your mama be lying. I mean, while your mama over here telling Eve about what her mama is, let's talk about what yours is. Your mama's a lion. She likes to drop it low and spread it wide. I'm just saying. Your mama be doing a lot. She knew. And he says he wonders what else she had. And I'm like, see now just like your mama, you need to leave stuff alone, son. You know enough as it is. You don't need to be asking your mama where she was when she got the announcement about your dad and all of that. We don't put her in that position. Don't make her lie like that. Don't do your mama like that. He says, but I do want her to know that I'm not Deanna and she don't have to hide things from me. Well, Joey ain't had nothing right now either. He said, I got a sister. I was like, ooh, what? Is Leah his sister? That's the first thing I wrote down. Is Leah the sister? Is Leah going to be his sister? But anyway, he said his sister was his daddy's little princess and he treated her differently. And Vanessa is surprised because you ain't never mentioned them about having no sister, sir. He said, well, there's a reason for that. Really? Is she missing too? But you know him, Leah and him got that same disposition. Am I lying? Y'all know they act just alike. Maybe they twins. Just like yours is twins. Maybe Joey got a twin and Leah's it. Now, Naomi wants to know why Derek wants to know about Grayson if he done moved on. He said, it just feels like something ain't right about him. He came to the clinic and he was wandering around looking through every inch of it. That's because Leah done told him to get down there and figure out how they going to do what they need to do and where they going to do it at, what room she need to request, what's closest to the back door, what's got access to this and that. You know, you have to scope out the land. That's the way people do before they commit a crime. People got to scope out the land. That's why they down there looking for that lady mama. That Savannah Country lady. What they need to do is be looking back to see, because they done been there before. They ain't just drove up there that night. Them folks done been over there before, scratching around. That's what people do. People come and they go spot out the land. And sure enough, they had found a video that man had been there before. That's what people do. That's why you got to keep people out your house. But anyway, he said he was wandering around and I was just wondering what was he looking for. She said, did he steal something? He said, I'm not saying he stole nothing, but what I'm saying is he was acting real strange. Something wrong with that man. I'm telling you, something's off. And he says, this isn't jealousy. I'm telling you, I got a feeling. And you know what, Derek? I go with all my funny feelings. When I got a funny feeling, it's up and stuck. I honors all my funny feelings. I could be in the middle of a grocery store making groceries down. And if my funny feeling said, get up out of here, I'm gone. I don't ask no questions. I'm out. I'm gone. That's it. That's all. We shutting it down. Got to go. Just like the man in the color purple playing that piano up in the club when he knew the fight was about to break out. You got to go when you know it's time to go. Back to Grayson. Grayson done met up with Ashley, looking pitiful with this dirty face look he got going. I don't like this dirty face look on him. It's too dark. I need them to ease up on his Beijing. If they giving you Beijing number 10, tell them to take it to about a 8. This too dark. It look dirty. I don't like that. Tell them lighten up. It's just too dark. This is skunk black. Tell them to give you something like a pit bull black or something. You know what I'm saying? Ease up on the color because this too much. This that shiny black. But he done met her up at the coffee spot. He late, talking about he was stuck in the elevator. Well, that was partially true. He was stuck in there after Rashad Jacob done stopped the elevator in between flows so he could tell him, stop seeing Ashley like you somebody daddy. He said they talked about the clinic being open and that it went well. And then he asked her about Derek. If things hadn't worked out with Derek, do you think you would still be with him? I'm like, what you in here talking to him about her about that for? Child. Now, Joey wishes he and his dad had the relationship his dad had with his sister. Heather is her name. No, Leah gonna be your sister. Maybe her name Leah, Heather, Leah. But you know, people around here got a lot of names. Sandy is Randy. Jacob is Shy. Haley is Jen. Is Lynette name. Leslie got 9,000 names. I don't know. I don't know what to think about y'all around here no more. I really don't. I just don't. If it's too dark, y'all know it's too dark. It make his face look dirty. They could just lighten it up just a little bit. But anyway, Joy said his sister's name is Heather. They lost touch. Oh, God. Sorry, y'all. Hold on. Hold on for a second, guys. Sorry, I think I got a pocket dial. Let me put my phone down here in case it goes to ringing again because it's sitting right on my table. That was loud. But anyway, where we at? Okay, so he said that his sister, they lost touch and that he lost his mother to plastic surgery. Remember that? Because we thought Doug had did the surgery, but Doug didn't do the surgery. Somebody else did the surgery. But so why was you after Doug? Did Doug do the surgery? Didn't Doug not do the surgery? Because Doug didn't do that surgery. But he said he lost his mama to plastic surgery because she was so worried about being beautiful. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Let me see if okay, that's not on. Okay. But anyway, he said his mother was worried about being beautiful. That's all his mother really cared about was staying cute. And that's the reason why she ended up losing her life. Because was it the surgeon or was your mama too old for the surgery and maybe the surgeon? I don't know. But I think in the end, it's probably not going to be the surgeon's fault. But Joey was like off with everybody's head because his mama passed away. He liked his mama. So Joy says that he has had enough of deep talk. That's enough. We need to talk about something else. Now I'm like, thank you, because I don't want to know no more. Because they may mess around, put my name down on the come down there and tell on you list. And I don't want to have to tell on you, Joy, but I will. I will. Because we need you off the streets anyway. You be doing things. He said. So Nessa said, if I had known your father, I would have taken him out myself. See how this man already got you thinking like a criminal. But anyway. Child. I wonder if you're going to feel like that once you find out what Joey did to your husband. Or will you be so in love with Joey that you won't care no more that he took out the father of your children? Because you know, Vanessa, you got that kind of love, girl. Now, Martin don't really like the cat over here staying with the grandparents while his grandmama going through cancer treatment. But Vernon reminds him that not too long ago, you was over here staying when your marriage was on the rocks. He said, yeah, but wasn't nobody sick at the time. So then Vernon says, it's fine. It's all right. He moves on and tells Vernon he needs help with something involving Joey. He hasn't heard from him since he turned him down for the donation, but that he got approached to run for the Senate seat. I thought he was already a senator. What am I missing? Was Martin a senator or is he something else? Because he said he got approached to run for a Senate seat. Is he something else? Y'all straighten me out. E-Daddy. What is Martin? I thought Martin was a senator. I know the granddaddy was, but what is he? All right. So anyway. Oh, he's a state representative. Okay, I got you. So they want him to run for a higher seat. Okay, I got it. Okay, so he said that he turned Joey down for that donation. And he's like, so I worry that he's going to come back for favors. And I'm like, oh, well, that's true. He probably is. Now, Donnell done bought his little curly head, shiny curly head self. He got a beautiful head of hair. His hair is beautiful. His hair looked like, I just realized his hair looked like a fresh newborn black child head of hair. When them babies be born with them thick curls, he still got his baby curls popping. He got baby curls. I might have to start calling him baby curls. But anyway, baby curls done come down to the casino to talk to his mama. And she asked him, how is Deanna? How's she doing? He said she was upset, but I didn't tell her about you and Joy because that would have upset her more. And she got right back on the train and went to school. I was like, I know you lying. I don't care what train y'all put that child on. Y'all better get right back over there and get her to get right back here to set because we need her. We like her. And like I said, Donnell, you can go back. You go bring Deanna back. I'm just saying, if we got to choose, baby curls, you got to go, baby curls. Mm-mm. Now, Ashley tells Grayson, no, me and Derek would not be together if you and I hadn't met. Um, he knows that we're done. And why are you bringing him up? I mean, what's going on? And he says, well, what about your friends? What's their opinion of me? I'm like, child, you don't really want to know that right now. You want to ask that after Jacob get through being Rashad. Then you want to ask the question, because that's when you're going to find out if he done told Naomi or not. So, see, that would have made me suspicious, though, asking me, well, what, see, you just asked me about one person. When you cross over and ask me about the second person, I would have been very suspicious. Very suspicious. Anywhere in the world, child. I need to know why you questioning me up and down, sideways, side to side, and up and down, sir. But anyway, Ashley, she ain't really that bright. Don't y'all tell her I said that, but Ashley ain't that bright, child. She not. So she moves on. How's your mom? He says, well, I'm picking up some extra shifts at the hospital tonight to make some extra money. So he appreciates all that she does. You just so nice. But sidebar, Ashley, don't go running up to that hospital later on this evening looking for him, because he ain't going to be at work. He going to be working on the plasma side of the job. Don't walk up on nothing you don't really want to know talking about. Why are you putting that plasma over there? That's not usually where we keep the plasma. The plasma should be going to the third floor in a blue bag marked plasma. And you just put it in a duffel bag. Why are you doing that, girl? Don't start asking no questions. Because Leah don't play. Leah don't play. Now, Vanessa hates that Deanna is so upset. Not enough that she can get off her pink suit wearing tail to go see about her daughter herself. Oh, no. I'm just so upset about Deanna being upset. But Joey has done so much to get the clinic open. Girl, that's right. Put that focus back on Joey, not your child. So Donnell said, don't keep saying that to her. She thinks that he's being manipulative. You have to understand that that's what it is. So she don't want to hear you talking about what Joey did for that clinic. She thinks that he's manipulating you and trying to take our daddy's place. And Vanessa said, oh, that's not true. He could never take your place. Donnell says, Deanna feels the casino is responsible for our dad dying, and that you're trading in our dad for some sleazy crook. And right when he said them very words, Joey was just coming back into the room and said, am I interrupting something? Yes, you are. You are interrupting him, letting his mama know that his sister think you a sleazy crook. You heard her. You heard him. We heard him. I know you heard it. Now, Vernon reminds Martin that he has to focus on his constituents and not Joey. So Vernon says Joey will always protect his best interest, and right now that would be you. So go ahead and run on. He's like, because Joey ain't about to do nothing, because he gonna always need to know that you are where you are. Maybe what that means is Joey know you ain't about to say nothing about nothing that he do, and either way you flip this pancake, it's a win-win for Joey. Because you involved. If you said something, you turn in Joey and you turn in yourself. So, but anyway, this way again. Listen. I hate to be on here gossiping like this on a Friday. I do. But I got to tell y'all what happened. So this what happened, right? Grayson gets back to the hospital, and him and Ashley was sitting up there talking and cooing and whatnot. And y'all know Miss Leah like a bat hiding in a corner. Don't nobody know she around. But they was just talking about nothing, right? So when she left, here come Leah. And then, hold on one second. Okay, here come Leah. And then she said, why you on the wrong floor? In other words, you don't work down here. Is this thing with Ashley becoming a distraction? Girl, he already told you no. Why you back up in this man's face? Like he can't talk to nobody. She talks to him like she's his mama as well. But then again, at least that's what I was thinking at first. I was like, but you know what was funny is that the little look that Grayson had on his face, like he really liked her. Child, let me tell you something. You should have just told Ashley the truth from the beginning, because when she find out, it's going to be bad for you, and then she going to run back over there to Derek, because you know this how she do. Besides that, Derek done pulled himself up. He done got himself a decent job. And even if he don't keep this job, it's put him in place to get him another job just like it. Okay. But anyway, they cut away and they go to Naomi, who got a text from Jacob that had pinned this place and told her to come here. Meet me here. Get here ASAP, he said. So, of course, she jumped up out of there and she bounced right up out that joint. Now, Kat bought sweet treats for everybody. I got you this and I got Gran that. And then her and Martin sit down and they have a little talk and they was laughing and teasing each other. He's like, yeah, I heard you done moved in. She was like, indeed. He was like, well, I want you to remember, I'm going to always be the favorite one. I'm the favorite grandchild. She was like, we'll see about that. She says, meanwhile, I need for you to get all your little funky gym equipment and get it from up out of that wing that I'm going to be staying in because I don't need none of that. Now, Donnell is worried about Deanna. Something else is up. It's more than grief. It is. That's why we need her back here. We need Deanna back here. If y'all don't get Deanna from up there at that school and get her back down here, I'm going to know something in about a minute, okay? But anyway, he said, it's something else going on with Deanna. I know it's more than just grief. We're all grieving. But she's red hot, mad. She's like she acting like Cat. I couldn't resist it because I know it's making some of y'all. He said she red hot mad. She acting just like Cat. Right. But anyway, he said she's red hot mad. She's really, really mad. She's really, really mad. He says, so we got to figure out what we're going to do. And Nessa agrees because she don't usually like public attention the way she got up and cut a rug the way she did in the middle of that whole uptown. That ain't usually how Deanna get down. But baby, listen, Deanna came in town and Deanna said, somebody call the circus because I'm fixing the clown. And baby, she put on a circus worth seeing. Now, here's the important part. Here's the important part. Grayson was still out there talking to Leah, right? And Leah was on his tail. She says, I know you need this money. And what you need to do is focus on your job and not your little girlfriend. And then he said, well, I can do both, right? And then she said, because there ain't been no complaints. He says, I that's what I've been doing. I mean, you ain't got no complaints so far, right? And then she said, she walked right up in his face, close enough to smell each other's breath. So I hope everybody had a breath mint. Because we are here, okay? If anybody's breath was hot, we know it now. If anybody had onions, we know it now. Garlic, all of that's coming out. So they up in each other's face like Billy Porter was up in that reporter's face when he said, I mean, that close. Did y'all see that video? Hey, Jasmine, did y'all see that video of Billy Porter talking to that reporter? And he said, and I thought to myself, now, Billy Porter, I hope your breath and your tonsils was all smelling all right. Because right now she can smell your tonsils all the way down to your esophagus, sir. But anyway, Leah done walked right up in Grayson's face after he said, well, she said, you better not lose focus. And he said, well, so far, but he said, why can't I do both? Why can't I talk to her and do my job? He's like, because so far you ain't had no complaints, right? And she said, now remember, she got all up in his face and she said, if there were, you'd already be dead. Ladies and gentlemen, the impaler has entered the chat. The impaler has entered the chat. And I don't know, but she gives me Joey vibes. Oh, and then don't forget that Jacob told Naomi to meet up with him, and so that's what they did. And I think they made a baby according to next week's clips because some trouble done happened with him, whatever that was that's going on. Now next week is an Eva rev things up, and you know I don't know, Eva must got a thing for Baby Earl, because Tomas had that same Baby Earl on when he came by there and got caught that time. And then he come he is with the same Baby Earl. So Leslie also gets yelled at by Ted for crossing the line. He tired of it. He need her to sit down somewhere. And somebody is hijacking Chelsea's wedding plans. I wonder who. Leslie, is that you? Now Nicole and her band of merry men, Dr. Carlton and Dr. Rollins, are in her office fighting over her. She has to remind them that she grown. She could do what she want to do. And Danny seems to show up at Naomi's to say something about Jacob, and Naomi is upset because why is Danny coming over here to give her daughter some news? Maybe it's not that bad because Bill not with her, because you know Danny love an excuse. Her and Bill both love an excuse to have to, you know, grab each other and say, we got to go over here and tell the child, tell our 99-year-old children something. But something's up. And then Leslie learns that construction on her house has to stop. And she said, I know you better stop playing with me. So yeah, next week some things are going on. But next week, Thursday and Friday, there will be no show airing because the show is preempted due to some games that are coming on. All right, you guys, that's what happened. Let's see what's going on with opening up the having the open panel tonight. So far, we have Peggy as a sponsor. I'm gonna go and run it and get this paper that I need in case there is in case we do open up the panel. And in the meantime, let's see. While I run and get that, I'm just gonna replay the opening while I'm gone.
Share what you thinking, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, hey, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, hey, what's on your mind? Say what you thinking, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, hey, what's on your mind? Say what you thinking, what's on your mind? Say what you thinking, hey, what's on your mind? Hey, tell me, oh, tell me. Tell me, oh, tell me. Tell me, oh, tell me. Tell me, oh, tell me.
What's your talking to? You ready to go, Jen? Yes. You was cutting up on that one, girl.
Share what you thinking, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, hey, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, hey, what's on your mind? Say what you thinking, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, hey, what's on your mind? Say what you thinking, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, hey, what's on your mind? Hey,
You know you love me. All right, I made it back in here. But now I want some water. Okay. So we have. Uh-oh. Hold on. Taking a look at something here. Okay. All right. So far we have Myrtle Tinsler. Let's see. I'm gonna go over here. So far we have as sponsors Peggy, Myrtle Tinsler, and Bilo Didi. Again, these are one of these is our moderators. Let's not always lean into the moderators making it possible for you. Participate. We need 2 more in order to unlock the chat. So I'm gonna read some of these comments, and then if we don't have it, we don't have it. I'll go to bed. Look, I go ahead and catch up on my TV. Are y'all gonna watch the Oscar Sunday? I would do a watch along. Well, I don't really know. I don't really know none of these movies that they're watching, but I did have fun with doing the watch along. That was fun. So I might do it. I don't know. I might do it. Okay, so as it stands now, we need 2 more super stickers in order to unlock the chat. So let's see. Okay, I'll put that up there. Now let me read some of these comments y'all been talking about. Let me scroll up and just stop. Boop. Okay. Oh, I read that. I went up too far. That was from earlier. Okay. Two-faced and Grayson. Two-faced and Grayson. Now why y'all doing that man like that? Not gonna back down from messing with Ashley because he still wants to make an unsolicited house call. Sidebar, Jacob Rashad looking like a whole fool and they get up. Well, it has to look tough. Hold on. This don't look scary to you. Look here. Let me show you again. You don't forget. That ain't scaring you. If you got on the elevator and somebody dressed like this, you wouldn't be scared. I would. I get right on how you doing today, young man. But first of all, I think I could take him. I do. But he don't look scary. Now what about if this big, look at this man right here. This man right here, Bubba, what's his name? Billy Bubba, what's his name? Let me see what this man named. Butch, what's his name? What's this man name? Hold on. Benny. Now if Benny was on the elevator, I'm definitely getting out. Getting out. Can you press 3 for me, please? Thank you. I'm gonna turn around and say, how's your day going? It's going all right. Yeah, it's going right. Oh, that's nice. No, you're probably trying to rush home to your wife for dinner or what? Oh no, you're not. Oh, you're single. Okay, all right. Me too. So I know how you feel. I wish I was running home to somebody to be making me something to eat too, sir. All right, let me see what else y'all was down there talking about. Diego is gonna keep Deanna happy because he probably wants to know if the phrase like mother. Let's hope he don't want to know that. Because I do not want him to want to know that. Scarlet Speaker says greetings. Let's see. Let's see. I watched an interview with another CC. That actor that plays Leah, she dropped some breadcrumbs. I really think she is Joey's sister. I think so too. I think that it is too because her demeanor alone is scary. Yeah, it's very reminiscent of being very joyous. It is. And is. Hold on. Give me a second, guys. And then I'm gonna open I think let me see I think we made it to open the what you call. Okay. Baby curls, I like that. Let me move this. Baby curls, I like that. Okay. I still have some issues with Deanna dissing her mother, which is very wrong despite her feelings about Vanessa being with Joey. Well, now. Sean B. Hey, gatekeepers. Lots of us have issues with Deanna's blunt disrespect of her mom. Exactly. Especially since she only knows. Okay, but listen, what happened to all that energy for Kat? Nobody's paying attention to her pain. I mean, this girl lost her daddy. His mama ain't even been to see about this child and check on her. So now you kind of getting what you got. Exactly. And then when I get home the first time, this is Joey. Is this the reason why you ain't been up here to check on me? Is this the reason why you've been talking about the therapist is taking care of me and not you? Is this the reason why you've been making excuses, talking about I didn't want to disrupt me, blah, 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 blah. Leah definitely speaks to Grayson like she's his mother. She does. Jacob said, "You can meet me by trailways." Jasmine says, "Hello." Deanna showed her fair tale like the old folks used to say. All right. No, that's older. Okay. Wait, not that. All right. So with that, we have 5 sponsors. Thank you, Unicorn Jim. Thank you, Jasmine Williams. Thank you, Bilo Didi, Myrtle Tinsder, and Peggy. Thank you very much. All righty. So with that, we will unlock tonight's panel. Hold on just a second. My stuff got moved around since we did that interview, so give me a second. I have to figure out where stuff is now. So I had to delete some stuff to keep some stuff. Did I delete it and say that? Oh, no, here it is. All right.
The lines are now open and you know you want to gossip, so
share what you thinking, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, hey, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, hey, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, hey, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, hey, what's on your mind? Hey,
come on up here, you know you want to gossip.
That's why you my best friend.
Hold on. Message to the mods. Message to the mods. Then we're going to get into it. Okay. All right, you guys. So we will be ending out at 10:30. The mods will give us the 15-minute mark at 10:15. Again, we want to take a minute out to say thank you to our sponsors for tonight's live panel discussion. Man, my stuff is all moved around. I got to try that again. Hold on. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me get it again. Let me hit it one more time. Hold on. All right. So again, we want to give our thanks to our sponsors, Unicorn Jim, Jasmine Williams, Bilo Didi, Myrtle Tinsder, and Peggy. Thank you very much. We appreciate you for making it all possible. Yay to the sponsors. Alrighty. Let me move I gotta plug into my computer now. Hold on. Alrighty. Alrighty. All right. Welcome to the stage, Miss Lil, and welcome to the stage, Jasmine.
Hi, how are you?
hello.
I'm good. How are you both?
I'm fine. How about you?
I'm good.
That's good.
Mhm. How's Mr. E Daddy?
Oh, he's okay. He's feeling much, much better. I think he's coming on too.
Oh, okay. He's feeling a lot better now. That's good.
Yes.
That poor baby. I'm so worried about Tony Lynn. I don't know what happened to Jasmine. She was here and then she disappeared.
Oh, she did?
She might have dropped. She might have dropped and then she'll have to come back in. Maybe she got to fix something.
Okay. Now, Tony Lynn, you've been mentioning him every week, so you haven't heard anything from him.
No, we haven't heard anything. Hey, Angela Jackson, thank you very much for your super sticker and for being one of our sponsors tonight. Thank you very much, Angela. No, I haven't heard anything.
Hello?
Hey, how you doing? Can you hear us? Can you hear us, Jasmine? Did you connect your audio? If you didn't, you might have to go out and come back in and connect your audio on the way in. Let me see. Miss Lil, if you can you hear me, Miss Lil?
Yes, I can.
Tell Jasmine she may need to go out and come back in and connect her audio on her way in.
Okay, Jasmine, you may need to go out and come back in and connect your audio on your way in.
Alrighty. Move my. Yeah.
Oh,
Move my. Yeah. I'm gonna put this up here and see if she sees it.
okay.
Alrighty. I'll put this up here. Yeah, I thought it was an interesting week of shows. Alrighty. I'll put this up here. I thought it was an interesting week. So Jasmine, there's a message for you on the screen. All right, Miss Lil. So Jasmine gets her audio together. All right. What did you think about this week of shows?
Well, I enjoyed yesterday. I really, really enjoyed Deanna. And I think a lot of people were saying that when they sent her back to Banneker, they were just really, really enjoying it. Now, to me, it was just kind of normal, but I think a lot of people like the crises. So when you don't have something happening that's outstanding, they get a little bit upset with it. But tonight was okay. It was not that great, but it was okay. But the week was fair, and Thursday was exceptionally well.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, that's a shame to say it was exceptionally well when this girl is yelling at her mother, but it was a good night.
Uh-huh. Okay. Now, Jasmine, we can hear your whatever that is playing in the background. You listening to
Can
the
you
show?
hear
You
me?
turn that
Okay.
one.
Wait a
Yeah,
minute.
we can hear you.
Okay.
We can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Okay. All right. So that's good. All right. Daddy, welcome to the stage as well. How are you tonight?
Great.
Good. Okay, so before everybody gets all lit up about it, I'm gonna jump straight into the cat situation this week. Tomas told her that he felt like she's been all over the place, and it seems like she got reprimanded quite a bit this week by different people. What did you all think about that? Do you think that she was under obligation to tell Tomas that she not under obligation, but do you think she should have talked to him about her decision to do what she was going to do, or you think it didn't matter if she talked to him or not?
Well, since she had already talked to him about getting a condo, I think it would have been nice to let him know, but she wasn't under obligation. But I still think it's more to Kat than moving in to help Grant. Now that's nice of her wanting to help Grant. Kat has something else up her sleeves, whatever it is. And why couldn't she afford a condo? I mean, they've got all kind of
I
money.
think I know one thing that Kat's up to. I'm sorry to interrupt. I think she wants to bust Leslie for making that shoush.
Well, it has been on hold because you see in next week's preview that I guess he's the manager of the house of the mechanics. He comes over and tells Leslie that her project has been on hold.
Yeah, I agree with you, Daddy. I think that the reason why she wanted to come over and stay over there is maybe so she could be closer up to the situation of what's going on with Leslie and all of that. Var, thank you very much for that super sticker.
I know you don't watch The Bold and Beautiful, but one of the characters on The Bold and Beautiful made an excuse that she had a flu in order to spy on the owner of the house, so he can catch he can bust her with a house guest, bust him with a house guest. But that's on Nurse Soap, so I don't want to talk about the other soap in depth. The point of there is, Cat does have something up her sleeve, and I think it has something to do with that shouse.
Well, Vernon made the request that a stop be put to it, just so that he can. He said, but he wanted done the right way.
He did that because of Cat.
You think it was because of her, or did she just put the idea out there?
I think Cat influenced the idea 100%.
Okay, I mean they wanted it before.
Yeah, but nobody like Cat really did not like the idea that Gran has to sleep with headphones on. So, which I can understand that at a certain time in the evening, construction should stop.
And what did we
go on all night with construction? That doesn't make sense.
See, we could come back to me as we talk. Now, Kat's mama also told her that she was acting like Leslie.
Yes.
She said, this is what her mama had said. She said, you are being very, very, what do they call it when you laser focused on something, obsessive about something?
Yeah.
That's now like Leslie. Now, I know it might have upset some for her to say it, but was that untrue?
No.
No, it wasn't untrue, but that was still cold-blooded coming from her mother. I'm sure that had to bite extra hard. But it's true. It's true. It's true. I mean, she's even with this moving situation, nobody's talking about the fact that she hit Naomi up. And so, since Jacob's not there, and Naomi turned her down. Cat has been all over the place. And trust me, if Tomas had told her, yeah, come on, let's move in together, she would not be over at Grand's house at all.
No, she wouldn't. No, she wouldn't.
All right, you guys, let's take 1 second to celebrate Sean B's 3-month member milestone. All right, girl, hold on. Let's give you a little something.
Check it. Check it. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out.
Congratulations on reaching your 3-month milestone, and to VAR for your first super sticker, and to Tiffany also, Tiff also for giving us a super sticker as well. Appreciate you very much for that. Okay, so I want to go back to something Jasmine said, which I agree with, and that's that two things can be true. I think it was hard for that to come from her mother, but I think that it was necessary for it to come from her mother. Somebody had to have said, because at some point, if somebody don't tell you something, you just keep right on doing stuff.
Right.
So it might have been hard. It might have been harsh. I don't think she said it to her in a nasty way. She was just like, you starting to act a lot like Leslie. And then in the end, Kat was like, don't care. I'm still going to stay focused on it.
Yep.
Yep, she's stuck.
Can I interject real quick?
Go right ahead.
Honestly, I got no problem with Kat keeping her foot on Leslie's neck in perpetuity. I really have no problem with that, because of what Leslie did. Leslie did a whole bunch of stuff. We don't even have to get into the laundry list.
So I don't have the Justice for Laura stuff then.
I'm totally for the Justice for Laura stuff. I don't have a problem with Kat doing that. The problem is she's so angry, and she pulls everybody that she's in the vicinity of into her maelstrom of anger, and it's tiresome. Like, she's always got a bone to pick, and everybody around her has to hear about the bone to pick. And if they're not on board with the bone to pick, then she gets mad at them. And it's exhausting to the people around her who obviously love her. She's not using her energy and her well earned hatred of this woman in the most judicious way. There is a way to use anger and hatred in a constructive way, not to diminish it, not to, oh, well, you're not supposed to be mad. Go ahead and be mad. You got a right to be mad. But you got to use that emotion in a productive way and not in a way that is going to destroy you.
Mm.
And that's where Kat needs to get to with that.
So here's another question. Why do you think that people are so like, I understand having your picks, right? Like, I like this person, I like that person. Like, y'all know I playfully like to fight, argue about, don't say nothing about Bill. But why do you think people are so sensitive about saying anything about Kat, even when she's wrong?
I don't know. I really cannot figure it out.
I can't figure that one out either. I know a couple.
But it's not just on your show, around. Even I heard other influencers say they've got the Cat gang. I mean, these people will get on you. They ready to dog walk you. They will choke you about Cat. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's very true. But I mean, nice for me, as I always say, because I'm over here doing a review, I have to talk about everything that happened on the show. So I can't get to her and go, well, I don't want to say nothing about Kat. I mean, if she had something that happened this week, like, was that something that she needed to have discussed with Tomas or not? And then, as I say, I look at everything that Kat goes through as part of her growing pains. I think that this is part of her coming out of the cocoon, if you will. That's what they call a cocoon, coming out of the cocoon, if you will. So these are her growing pains. I'm gonna go over here.
I
I'm gonna go
agree.
over there. I'm gonna move in with
I
my
agree.
grandparents. And then she really, now here's what's getting me. She really thinking that she about to move into her grandparents' house and it's gonna be like she's in her own house. That's not true.
I kind of disagree
And
with that
that
a
whole
little
bit
bit.
about telling Tomas, oh, it's so many entities you can be sneak. I'm like scratching my head. Is this girl serious? You're not you ain't gonna be doing that in your grandparents' house, Missy.
To the
I don't
back,
see nothing wrong with that.
to the back
I don't,
entrance.
Wait, hold on. You don't see something wrong with what?
I don't see nothing wrong with what Kat was saying when it came down to that.
I mean, what you mean?
You know what I mean?
What
All right. As far as Tomas coming over there.
to do what?
Oh yeah, you can come over, but you're not spending the night. But you're not spending the night. You
And
can
then
come
do what?
over, but
and then why
you
do
can
you
come
have
over
to,
7 nights a week,
Jeez
but you're not
Louise.
spending the night.
and why do you have to go to the back entrance if you want him to come over as
Now,
a guest? Let him come over and have dinner, have tea, play games with you, or whatever. That's the way decent people do. You got to come through to the servant's entrance. That
she
doesn't make
didn't. No, y'all reaching on that one. She said she never said come through the back entrance, come
Yes, she
through the
did.
service
She
entrance.
Yo, yes,
said
she
said
there's
did.
there
many
are.
Yes, she
entrances.
did.
Hold on,
She said,
please. Can I get this out? She
mhm.
said there are several entrances. You don't have to just come through the main door. So there are several entrances to get into the house. I'm sure that probably each wing have his own entrance and exit. So therefore, he don't have to come through the main door. If you're looking at it, she said she has a wing. So with a house that big, it's a situation where one wing has its own entrance, another wing has an entrance. It's not about going through the service entrance or sneaking under the house or something to get into the house or coming in through the garage. It's not like a regular house.
Okay, so here's my question. It's
It's like
fun.
having a duplex or a compound.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna say. It's fun until it's not. So if this man is caught sneaking through the side entrance, the other entrance, he run up on Vernon, how you think he gonna feel once he runs up on this man in
I don't
his
even
house
think he has
tipping
to
around?
sneak.
I think
I
that
don't even
she
think he would have to sneak. I think for the simple fact that they seem like cool grandparents, even to the point where they was kind of like,
they
why
ain't that
don't you move
cool.
in with him?
They ain't that
They
cool.
telling their granddaughter, why don't you move in with him?
Okay,
So,
so
at that
here's what I
point,
promise
not
you.
go
Here's what I
ahead.
promise you. I promise you that it's gonna be a showdown about that very thing up in the Dupree mansion.
It might be. I'm not saying it won't, but far as from
I'm gonna
what I'm
get the
seeing
butterfly.
now, far as from what I'm seeing now, like I said, y'all making it seem like she's saying coming through the service entrance. Nah, it was like as many entrances to get into the house. So
The
therefore,
reason
he don't
why
have to walk past them.
she was telling him that, because he was clearly
He can't use the
uncomfortable
front door.
at her suggestion about them just going on with their relationship quid pro quo when he knows he cannot come in the front door because that is Vernon and Anita Dupree's house. And even regardless that this is 2026, there is such a thing as decorum and respect, especially from people of that generation. I would never. I just
Yeah,
would never. It's a matter of respect. And Tomas understood that, and that's why he was uncomfortable with it, because he understands that.
now that's one thing for him not to be comfortable with it, and it's understandable why he wouldn't. But it's another thing for Kat to be comfortable with it, and it should be understand why she would be comfortable with it. She knows her grandparents. She knows how they roll. So therefore, it's a situation where it's like, okay, I'm telling you that it's fine. You know what I mean? And it's all the same difference if, she was renting an apartment in a duplex that they might have. Like, what's the
She ain't paying
difference?
no rent. And then here's the thing. That's when she gonna get told. Now it was one thing when you wanted to live here, but this is a bridge too far. And here's what we know: it's time for you to get your own place if you want to be doing that. That's what you do
I
when
can
you
see
get
that
married.
happening as well. I
Cat
can see that
Cat
happening.
Cat
They're
Cat
not gonna be okay.
manipulated that situation from Jump Street because she was already ready to move into the house before they even said yes, you can move into the house. She completely manipulated that situation.
It's her grandparents. She knew they was going to be fine with her moving in. The same way it was okay for Martin to move in. They have a big mansion with separate wings. They're like she just knew. It's one of them
But
things.
there's a
That's the
different story.
people's.
But Martin's a different story. You can't compare the two. Martin went into the house because he needed solace. He needed solace because Smitty had kicked him out.
Martin has
He
enough
needed
money
a
to get
place
a
to
hotel
hang
room.
out.
He
Cat
Kat's in
has
made
a
a
enough
different
money.
decision.
situation.
Cat made a decision to leave. She didn't have to
It
leave where
doesn't.
she was.
That's right. She chose to leave.
No,
Smitty kicked Martin out of his own
no matter.
house.
No matter how you get there, it's the fact that it's your grandparents' house and you know that it's going to be fun to go to your grandparents' house. It's nothing wrong with that.
But then
I don't
there's
see
a
how y'all
set
finding
amount of
something wrong with
proof.
that.
They're not Gen Z people. They're probably baby boomers or Gen X or Gen
Exactly.
X.
Do you
Exactly.
are
That's why
you
I'm
thinking?
saying
Are
there's
you
a level
thinking?
of decorum that you use with folks from that generation. And that level is just there's a certain level of decorum that you and respect that you must give elders of that generation. You absolutely
Are
must.
you thinking
But
that people
it
have a
seems like
problem
it
with?
seems
Are
like
you
the
thinking that
man
people are having a
that
problem with her moving in there, or her saying she could just keep dating and have him over like she's in her own house? Which one is it, Var? Because maybe we're confused.
Say that one more time.
Are you saying that you think that we're saying that that she shouldn't have moved in the house, or are you talking about her moving in the house and her still like having company over like that?
I was fighting on two fronts. One front, I was having a conversation on, the fact that she could be there and possibly have Tomas come
Nobody,
over, and
nobody
then
cares
somebody
if she's
else
there.
brought up the topic. Somebody else said something the fact of, and she just had her stuff together, ready to just move in
That
before she
was
even
me that
asked.
said it because she
Yeah,
I'm
and
did.
saying I don't
And
think
she
and
there's
admitted
anything.
that.
I don't think there's
I'm
anything
debating that
wrong.
one too.
I don't think there's anything wrong with the fact
Yeah,
that
I
she
was.
went over there to stay.
Me
Yeah, me
neither.
neither. That's what I
I
was
don't think
debating
But
there's
that too.
nothing wrong with her
having
being
company
there.
all of them throughout.
Exactly. That's my
and
problem.
another thing that I really could not understand. Number one, the man had more respect for her grandparents' home than she did. He
Exactly.
said
Tomas was the one that had the
yeah.
problem with
He
it.
said, "You can come by my place." And she said, "You can come over too. I'll be on a wing all by myself." Number one, I know, as you said, this is a different day and this is new school, I guess. But
Chelsea actually brought that up.
since when do you want to lie up under a man that you're not married to and your grandparents are right, even though they are in a different part of the mansion? It just doesn't seem respectful.
Exactly. That's my
So let
problem.
me ask y'all this
That's
question
my
real quick.
problem
Let me
with
ask
it.
y'all this question because I had the same issue with my wife. Let me ask y'all this question. So if Kat's grandparents owned a duplex where the grandparents had a house on the top and Kat had a house on the bottom, and she was paying rent or whatever, and they had a duplex, would that be wrong for Kat to bring over a man into that duplex?
Say this again.
If she
If
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 she
if
was
if,
paying rent
if, if
there,
if they
if she
own the
was paying
duplex,
rent there,
so
that's
what? It's all
another
about money.
story.
So once we pay money,
Wait,
then it don't
what is
make
the
it makes it a different story.
question? She ain't paying no
Okay,
money, but
I'm sorry.
what's the
I'm getting
question?
interrupted. Okay, the question
Say what is
was
the question?
if the Duprees had a duplex and they was living on the top floor and Kat was living on the bottom floor of the duplex, and Kat wanted to bring in a male suitor. Would that be wrong for her to have a male suitor in the house while the
That would
grandparents are in a duplex house up at the top floor?
depend on her grandparents.
And like I said, with this situation, we don't know exactly where they stand with it. Chelsea was actually the one that said there are several entrances to the house. Chelsea actually said that. It wasn't Kat that said it. Chelsea said it, if I'm not mistaken. So, they know, or they got a feel of what they think their grandparents and how cool their grandparents actually are. So it might not be as quote unquote disrespectful as y'all trying to make it out to be. Disrespect is in the eyes of the beholder.
If Anita wake up in the middle of the night and Tomas down there in his house shoes and his pajamas getting
No, it's not that. They got a different
That's
ring.
right.
No,
it's
they
gonna
don't
be a
see. No,
problem.
see, here's the thing. This is the thing that y'all missing. This is the thing that y'all missing, I believe. When you have a mansion like that, she has her own separate apartment set up. Tomas would not have to go into the main house, not
Not
unless
in
she
the
really wanted to.
not in the Greenleaf mansion. That's not the way it was. The way it was is that when you had your own wing, you had your own living room in your bedroom, and it was a big space and bathroom and all of that. But everybody had to come down to the common areas to
The
eat and
common
whatnot.
areas, the kitchen and the
I
dining
thought they
room.
chose to go to the common areas, and then again, all mansions aren't created the same. So therefore, we don't. The setup could be like a whole apartment type thing in the guest wings. And like they
You,
said, they had different entrances and exits. Why would Tomas have to make his way to the main part of the mansion to walk around in his boxes and stuff when he could be in the wing on a locked door situation, whereas though he could be free, and when he chooses to leave, he's exiting through one of the many exits that they have. You don't have to come through the main door.
Well, I just think it's a matter of respect, and as I said, respect for people of that generation, and the fact that like Miss Lil said, Tomas has more respect for her grandparents' house than Kat seemed to have,
What about the
because
duplex? What about the duplex situation that I
I
said to y'all?
don't care. I don't care how many entrances, exits. You could be George
Okay,
Jetson flying around. That is your grandparents'
what
house, and there's something called respect, and you just don't do that. And I am not approved by any stretch of the imagination,
what about
but
the
and you
duplex
just don't
scenario that
do
I gave
that.
you?
You
What
just
about the
don't do that.
duplex scenario that I gave you? The duplex. Suppose you was renting a duplex from your grandparents. Could you bring a man in that house
If you're
in that
renting it,
duplex?
if
I
you
would.
rent, I wouldn't do it either,
Yeah, she was
because
about to say
because it
something.
was my because it was my grandparents. I
You
just
were
wouldn't
saying
do
if
it.
you renting it, you was about to go down one lane until Miss Jen chimed in. But you
If
said if you
no,
renting it,
if I was renting it, I'd have my boyfriend over there, of course, because I'm renting
I mean, of
from you.
course.
I'm a
Okay, so
tenant.
just because you're
But
spending
no,
money
no,
makes
no,
it
no,
not
no, no, no,
disrespectful.
no. But no. He would not be spending the night. You can
Oh,
come
but he can
over.
come over.
You can. That's right. You can come over, but you're not spending the night.
Could you make cake with the boyfriend?
I'm sorry.
Could you make cake with the
Oh,
boyfriend?
sure. The boyfriend, he can come over, and you can come over on Sunday morning,
And you
and
can
you
make
can
cake and
and
everything
you
with
can
him.
stay all day long, but you're not spending the night.
So as long as you don't go to sleep, it's cool.
You're not spending the
And I got you. I'm,
night.
I'm just trying to clarify. As long as you don't go to sleep, then it's fine. I got you. Everybody got their own guidelines
You're
and levels,
not
but
spending
I
the
just find that
night.
crazy. I got you. You don't have to spend the night just as long as you don't go to sleep. You're fine.
That's right. You're not
You
spending the
could be
night.
there from eight
You're
o'clock
not spending the
in the
night. You're
morning
not
to
spending the
12
night.
o'clock at night.
You're
Okay.
not spending the night. That's it.
Wow.
We can have a
It, it,
blast. We can have a blast, but when the nighttime come by, I see you in 9 hours.
can he take a nap during the day while you're there?
You're not spending the night.
I got you. I said, can he take a nap during the day while you're there? Can he take a nap?
Sure, sure. As long as it's the
Okay, so you would
daytime,
be perfect for somebody that
you're
worked the night shift.
you're not coming. You're not
You'd
spending
be
the
great for
night.
somebody that worked the night. I
That's
got
right,
you.
because
So
you're not spending the night.
it'd
But
be great for somebody working the night shift. They have a ball.
this is my grandmama's house, and you're not spending the night here.
But you can
Now,
stay all
period.
day. You can stay all
That's
day,
right.
15
That's
hours.
right. That's right.
All right, I'm done with
That
that one.
when
That was
nighttime
cute.
come by,
That's cute. That's cute. I disagree, but that's cute.
I love y'all.
But again, Var, this is a house run by either baby boomers or Gen X. I don't know the generation, but they both demand respect.
Yeah, but certain generations, all generations,
they can just walk in anywhere they want to.
all people that age don't rock the same way. They don't move the same way. And also, like I said, it's different levels of respect. Respect is in the eyes of the beholder. Just because you find it to be disrespectful don't mean that the other person might find it to be disrespectful. Two parties got to find it to be disrespectful in order for it to be disrespect. Like, that's just a given. So just because somebody else might find it disrespect don't mean that it's actually disrespect.
I find it disrespectful for walking on your grandma's house and taking advantage.
See, y'all looking at it like he gonna be in the living room in his boxers and his tank top. Like, no, you acting like it's like a regular house where he's stepping out the bedroom and they gonna pass each other going to the bathroom.
But
That's
for
not
a
the
man,
situation.
okay, so now we'll switch the question to you. You got a big old house.
Yep.
And your granddaughter bring her person over there.
I'm not liberal.
Unbeknownst to you.
Mm-hmm.
And then you down there getting you a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
And then bump into him.
And you see, that's what I'm saying. In a house that big, you don't have to bump into somebody. If they have their own wing, she has a guest wing. There is no reason for them to bump into each other. None. If Tomas comes in there, he stays in that wing. He handles what he handled. Him and Cat laid up or whatever. I'm assuming they're gonna have it's a living room set up, bedroom, bathroom, the whole 9 yards. It's a big mansion in the wing, just like you said on Greenleaf. Why would they have to bump into each other?
It's one way they'll never bump into each other. He don't spend the night.
Because people go to the kitchen. Sometimes it's my mansion. I'm walking down to this end to go to another room, and then I pass by here, all that hooping and hollering up in there in that room. It's gonna be problems. I'm telling you,
y'all looking at it on a singular level, man.
Watch and see what I tell you. I'm gonna.
Y'all looking at it on a only singular level. But if
I will have it duly noted that I will get the butterfly on this point.
I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just saying
I'm gonna get the butterfly on that point too, because I'm
saying
telling you,
the situation. Like, we
it's
don't
one
really know
way
yet.
that the scenario will never play out. Vernon will never accidentally bump into Tomas, and Anita will never be walking around and bump. One way, it will never happen. He don't never spend the night.
Like 10 minutes walk apart from each other. 10-15 minute walk apart in a big house like that. And you had asked me a question though. You said if it was my daughter, no, you're not bringing no dude in here, and I probably don't even want you to bring your husband in here. You ain't making no cakes with your husband in my house.
Oh Lord, not the husband.
I don't care. I will. If you need money to get a hotel, I will give you money for a hotel. But you're not bringing that in my house. I don't care if y'all got 5 kids already or not.
You probably wouldn't.
You ain't touching my daughter around me.
But it's
you
okay
probably
for
wouldn't even think about
it.
that by that time.
I hope not. I'm just telling you how I feel now. But I hope my mental would change.
But you know,
but how I feel now, you ain't even kissing my daughter in my presence.
But it's okay. But it's okay for Cat.
No, but Var, why?
Yes, I don't know these people. These are fictional people. I can care less what they do.
You said real life, not my baby.
Not my baby though. I'm talking about some TV stuff. I'm not talking about my life. Now, you want to talk about my life, we can talk about my life. But if we talking about TV right now, we talking about TV.
Var said, don't bring that mess around. But what about at the wedding? When they said, you may now kiss the bride.
Yeah, man, I'm going to close my eyes or something, maybe walk out. I ain't trying, you know what I mean? And then I might say, yo, as long as y'all do a peck, I'm cool. But it ain't going to be no making out on standing in there in front of the preacher. Nah, I'm out of here. I ain't trying to see that crap. Y'all take that stuff home. Almost had me cussing.
Now, Miss Lil, I have to ask you. Could daddy drag some company up in there?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. And he knows. They know. My sons know how I roll, honey. I will put you out. I do not sin in my own house, and you will not be.
You ain't about to either. I heard that.
No. If I don't sin in my own house, I'm not preparing a way for you to come here and sin. If you're gonna sin, you got to pay for your sin.
I remember years ago when we was young, one of my uncles came to visit with his live-in girlfriend he had been with for years. And we was all in there talking and laughing. He was like, all right, we getting ready to go to bed. Where we sleeping at? My mom was like, You sleeping on the couch and she gonna be upstairs. And he was like, what? She said, "Not, yeah, you can go. You can sleep on the couch. She gonna be upstairs." He was like, "But
Yep.
we live together." Mama said, "Do you got some marriage license?" She said, "Okay, because what you're not about to do is come in here in front of my kids and do that."
But I tell you one thing: some households down south now. My parents, when they would go to her aunt's house, they had to sleep in separate beds, and they were married
Oh wow!
and had a kid.
I feel that way. Yes, I feel that way. You going to sleep in a separate bed if you sleeping in my house.
Now y'all
Now,
do
my
it.
son, that's a different story. Call me misogynistic.
Now, I
My
did
son is a
think
whole
that
different
was a
story.
bit much. That was a
It
bit
is.
much.
I keep it a buck.
Because the Bible says that you're covenant and you're one. You have a seal, and that's a seal that ties you together. So I
You
would.
ain't gonna have that seal in my house.
But VAR is so strange.
Y'all ain't gonna be connected in my house like that. Not at all.
Oh well.
Miss
But
Lil, I'm gonna tell you, a lot of men are like that about their daughters. They don't wanna think about it. They don't want none of that.
Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all something real quick. I said I don't even want my dog with another dog. How about that one?
Not.
My baby
Okay.
will not
There's
be
levels to
with
this.
another dog.
I cannot.
There
I
are
got a
levels
baby
to
girl
this.
right here. I got a baby girl right here, and she will not be touched by some filthy dog. I dare it to happen. Not under my watch.
You don't want no puppies?
No, my dog, not by nobody else. Nobody's touching my dog.
Then how will she have
She's
puppies?
precious and she's innocent, and will nobody taint my dog. I'm real about that one.
Well, I tell y'all what. But I said y'all talk about this TV show, but don't come over here talking that stuff.
I'm different. I'm
right,
different.
I ain't mad at you. Let's see what else happened on the show this week, y'all. All right, so
let's move on.
Do you, do you think that Joey is closing in on what's going on? Wait, no, forget that. Let's get to something else. What y'all think about Mona coming in there slapping Randy upside the head?
Brazen.
Oh, that was too far.
Oh my God.
Brazen.
Too far.
The man went to church with you. Now you gonna own him? That's brazen.
That was too far.
She let him share her pew.
She said the pew.
Yeah, he shared her pew. That belongs to the house, not to you. This is just too much.
Well, see, maybe she didn't know she liked him. Maybe she didn't know she liked him this much until she seen him doing what he was doing.
Well,
I mean, she
Imagine if a dude
came
came
off
in and
like
did
a
that to a
thirsty
female.
fool.
Imagine if a dude came in there and did that to a woman. That would not be called for. And we need to all take a stance on male violence. You cannot be hitting men and people find it to be okay.
She came off like a thirsty fool. She looked like an idiot. An absolute thirsty idiot.
Why you think she did it? Do you think she didn't realize she liked Randy as much as she did to that moment? Because I really think she thought she was changing him.
Oh yeah, she did. Oh yeah, she's like, oh, how dare you? You have set your behind on a wooden pew with me. How dare you act like this?
She said, both of y'all is nasty.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem. She was jealous as heck. She wished Randy would be licking some ketchup off her fingers. She wished.
Yep, she wanted it to be her.
Yeah, I don't know if I can't see her sitting in there quoting Bible verses. If they was in there eating the French fries and he was like, "Let me get some of that ketchup," she'd have been like, "Randy, it's so crazy." But because it was somebody else, she just snapped out. Poor baby lost her mind.
Yeah,
she got to go somewhere and process this. She got to go process it. She
need to pray.
I don't know what came over me.
She need to go pray.
And they're gonna talk about y'all need Jesus. That was hilarious. That was hilarious.
Mona and Heat.
Lord,
that's what I think. I think she thought she had found her a man that she was gonna clean him up and bring him out them streets. She's like, yeah, I got me one now.
Now the deeper conversation we should be having is women on men abuse. The fact that
That
he
ain't
just got
we talking about
abused
the
like
TV.
that.
We talking about the TV show now. I'm like
No,
you
I'm
said.
talking
Now
about
we
with the
talking about a
TV show
TV.
too. We spawn off the cancer conversations and stuff. Why can't we have the fact that men are getting abused by these women out here?
Some
Okay,
men.
we don't have to. I know it's a deep conversation. We can move
No,
on. I'm sorry.
I'm
I'm
sure.
sorry.
I'm
I'm
sure
sorry.
And
he
we
gonna
we
touch
all
on.
we all agree that Mona should
He was hurt.
not laid
He hurt
No,
him.
hands
no,
on
no.
Randy.
Absolutely.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. I just
We
wanted to hear it.
all agree on that. She
I
should
would.
not
Yeah,
have
she should
laid.
not have hit
She
him.
should not have laid
I
hands
would have
on
No,
him.
never.
she was
I'd have
too
just look.
crazy.
Now I'd have made sure he saw me seeing him looking at him. Then I'd have walked out.
You should boycott Mona.
Yeah, I'd have just looked at him real hard. Then I'd have been like, or I'd have walked over and said, "How y'all doing? All right then. See you
And
Sunday
when
night.
and since
All
when
right."
did she
I'd have been
become
gone.
since when did she become his savior? He might have gone to church with her, but if he's going to dedicate his life and turn it over, then that's going to be on his own. You can't save another person.
Soon as he go over there and do what he doing with
You know
Lynette with that
what?
bottle of ketchup, he gonna stop.
This
But
didn't this
I
this
think he
didn't
gonna
have
show up.
nothing to do with saving. This didn't have nothing to do with saving.
Nah,
She
it
didn't want to
didn't.
save him. This had nothing to do with saving whatsoever.
Well, she
It
Mona's
was
didn't.
trying to
Mona
save him
was the
for
green-eyed
her.
monster. The green-eyed monster came out. She
He
saw
did.
Yep.
him. She saw him with that young girl, and she
Yep.
snapped out because
Yep.
because
That's
she
true.
was under the impression that that was her new boo.
And he
Yep.
was.
Mm.
But
For a
she
second.
ain't before she noticed she done reached out and just smacked somebody, but here's what I think.
Sometimes you gotta lay hands on
I
people.
think Randy is gonna apologize to Mona.
Well, yes, he showed it in the episode.
Yeah, he did.
He said he would go back if she would have me, if she
And
talked to me again. So
yes,
yeah, he's gonna go back. He said it. He definitely said it. And I mean, and at the end of the day, I hate the fact that she was trying to use religion to hide the fact of her jealousy. You know what I
I'm
mean?
sorry.
Like that was wrong.
Oh, okay. So
Mhm.
let's explain something. Let me explain something for a minute.
That
For
was
the
her. That was her
hold
pew
on,
boo.
pause for a second. Let me explain something for the YouTube AI. So the word that was used about men being asmused was about
Oh,
a TV show that we were watching, and on it, the lady lightly smacked the man upside the head. And so we were discussing whether or not if men should be treated like that or not. We are not in any way trying to advocate anybody being asmused. Okay, go ahead.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to set off a trigger word.
I had forgot about it. KB just reminded us. Go ahead.
Yeah, I didn't mean to set off a trigger word.
Hmm.
But yeah, she was using the religion to hide the fact of her jealousy and trying to make him feel bad on some religious front because she was lusting over him. She needs to check herself and stop lusting over men, because that's not cool.
I think the show is very prejudiced toward the way they write men. I just hate to see them write men with such a weak parts, and then making the women seem like they are over the men instead of being supporting actresses. The women are leading things, and the men are just look at Jacob. He's so into Naomi, she could tell him to jump off a bridge. It just doesn't make any kind of sense. All these weak men.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, Ted is weak.
Yeah.
Tomas is weak.
Yes. And
Donnell is
Joey
weak.
is pretty much the only
Joey
strong
is
man.
weak. Yep,
Joey weak.
Joey is weak. Bill
Joey
is
weak.
weak.
Say something else about Bill. Say something.
Vernon.
I was waiting.
Vernon, that's it.
I think
What is weak? What do you mean? What is weak for whatever her name is? That is super weak.
Bill is weak.
Now, Bill, this is coming out about Bill. At first, Daddy said that Bill and Joey were the two men who didn't have any good morals, but they had backbone. But now Joey is giving in to Vanessa, and Bill is giving in to Haley. So I guess there's no strong men.
But
Yeah,
see,
but
here's
it's
the thing.
Vernon. That's it.
Let's reassess. Let's reassess. They're strong men, but they are not strong with their women. Okay, I mean, just because you fall short on one category does not make that you overall.
That's right. I agree there.
So to an extent,
And I think
they
that's
all.
what happened to Bill. I think Bill has just got so into Haley, but he's still
Yeah, he's just weak over Haley, but he's not weak overall. Like none of the men are weak overall. They're just weak with their
When
women.
it comes to women, yeah, I agree with
Yeah,
that.
they're just weak
I
when it
agree
comes
with
to their
that.
women. That's
But
it.
all of
But
them
they
are,
all are
my
strong black
God,
men.
even
I can give them
Donnell.
credit for that.
Even
Huh?
Donnell is a weakling. Even Donnell. I'm like, come on.
But that's
Donnell
with his
turned out to be a
mama though.
weakling too.
I don't know. I don't know if he's weak overall. He's weak with his mom. He loves his mom, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, it's nothing wrong with these men. Like, they always say, the biggest thugs come home and be a puddle of mush with their lady when they step in that door. And the same thing that Joey was kind of explaining with about his dad, the fact that his dad was this big time dude, and when he came home, his baby girl was his priority. Like, he was whatever with her, way better than he was with him. So yeah, these men are weak with their women, but they not weak men.
Okay, so I have a question about something kind of off subject, but I want to touch bases with you guys while we're on here live, and that's the fact that we did have that interview with Tracy this week. Did you guys have any takeaways from that interview with her about anything that she said?
I think she kind of intimated that something would be coming down the pike about her background with Vernon. There's going to be
Mm-hmm.
a little romance. So she dropped a couple of little breadcrumbs there, but nothing significant.
Mm-hmm.
There were no
I like the fact that she was
bombshells.
interacting with the chat while she was on there. I thought that was a cool
Yeah,
feature.
very cool.
She
She cared enough to be looking at the chat.
in her email afterwards, she talked about how she was like, that was so cool to interact with everybody and read their comments. She said, I really enjoyed that part.
Yeah, I thought that was a cool thing that she was actually interested enough to pay attention to the chat and everything.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, according to something, because they can't really tell you nothing, but yeah, she did kind of, lean in a little bit with like, there's some stuff coming that's gonna be really interesting. Just hold your horses right here.
I would like to know, I guess in future interviews, I would like to know their perception of the characters and how they feel without giving nothing away to, what's going to happen. I'm wondering, like, what is
Well,
their perception of things?
I did ask her what she thought about her character and who she was
Okay.
really, and where would she like this, see happen with Tracy. And one of the things she said is that Tracy needs a boyfriend. She's like, I just think that Tracy needs a boyfriend.
I think I remember that. Yeah, I do remember
She
that.
says that Tracy is kind of the peacekeeper, you know, things of that nature. I was like, oh, okay, but see, behind that, well, before we went live, I was even saying, now, I had my eye on Vernon when he was over there. You was tipped up on him on the telephone, and you was like, hello there, Senator.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, I don't think, like I told her, I don't think it's anything happening now. I don't even want anything to be happening now. But I think in the past, because Anita was burning bridges with them, there might have been something happen one time.
See what
One
I
time.
need?
It was one time.
I needed to come
I'm
up because
hoping
this is
Dante Green comes back
he was
because
never there.
he could stir some stuff up.
I know this might be bad or whatever, but I don't care. It's a TV show. I think something crazy needs to come out right now about Vernon while Anita going through this whole cancer
No, not
situation.
now. But I think as
Yes,
soon as she
now is
well,
the
it's gonna come
perfect
out.
time.
They're
No,
not
you
gonna
need it
do
while
it
she's
in
down
real
and
life.
out.
See, let me tell you something. In real life, that could really happen.
That's what
But
I'm
I think
saying.
for the TV show, I don't think that they're gonna do it. I think that
But
it's
it's a
gonna come out
soap.
though soon after her healing. So
Ah,
I just think they don't
it's a
want to write it.
soap.
They'll probably get attacked for that.
We need it though. It's a soap that brings the drama. Anita going through crap while she's sick, and Vernon, oh my God, he was the pure dude, and now he just go left. Ah, never mind. All right, we can move on.
But they're
Cat
gonna
would
use.
really go off the grid her perfect granddaddy did something. Oh, she would really go.
Yes, that's what I'm. That brings the heat. Stuff like that brings the heat.
Do y'all think it's possible that Kat and Donnell are gonna connect? Cause I
I
do.
was thinking that, but not really.
Maybe.
Anything's possible.
They might, but he's just younger than she is. Remember, she's already graduated, and he's probably in the
He's
second.
legal. He's legal.
He's legal. Yes, definitely.
He's legal.
Yeah, he's been in school for a minute. Like he's not a freshman.
No,
He might be 20. He could be like 20, something like that. Because I know he's older than the shit. No, they twins. So what the hell? What am I talking about?
How
But
old?
he's
How
legal
old
at
is?
the end of the day.
I wonder how old Kat is supposed to be because she's not that old.
She's like 25, I think. Remember, she
Yeah.
and Eva allegedly are 2 weeks apart.
Yeah, Cat's like 25. I thought 25,
I mean,
26.
and they don't care. I mean, so what if he's younger? I mean, Daddy over there with somebody way younger than her. So if he is a couple years younger than her, that they ain't gonna matter if he's mature. Cause I mean, look, they done dressed him up, got his. I mean, he got some shiny new baby hair. He do. He got that new baby hair.
Bless his. He has beautiful hair. He does.
You know, when them babies first born, they had the most beautiful, thick black hair. His hair
Yeah.
looked just like that.
Yeah, he has beautiful hair.
And
Beautiful.
then where they gonna put Tomas at?
I'm so glad they didn't cut his hair.
Yeah.
You know what? I wonder what he looked like with shorter hair though.
Drake.
Since his hair is one of his things that really makes him. I think they should leave his curls alone.
Yeah,
He'll be Drake.
Yeah.
Okay. He said he'll look like Drake. Okay. All right. So y'all didn't like the Mona getting jealous. Y'all think that
Don't like it. I love the scene. I just thought she was out of pocket, but the scene was great.
All right, here's another thing. As I had said before, Vernon and them have a habit of using people like, come here, let me use you. Now go on over there. You're a low down, dirty dog. And now he's doing the same thing with Bill. Now you need Bill again. Now you over there talking about, I need for you to be that great lawyer that you are who doesn't need to use tricks and joy to get something done. You have one of the greatest legal minds. I need you to find the loophole. I need you to do that for me. And he knows Bill is doing it because all Bill wants is Vernon's approval and love and friendship.
And apparently
love of daddy.
has done it because you remember next week the manager of the building is going to come over and tell Leslie they've got to put a project on hold. Now, what I think they should do it have set hours, like 7 to 9 at night, but over in the midnight, no, you shouldn't be doing that. But why would you put the entire project on hold? But yep.
And that's the thing. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You go ahead. I'm done.
No, I'm saying that's the thing that I don't get. There's normally like building ordinance and different things of that nature that they are not adhering to. I didn't get that from the beginning. Like they talking about they be working around the clock, and it's like, well, it should be certain times that you can build over there.
There's rules to that.
Yeah, it is rules. It should be. It seems like the way they making it seem like you can't even sleep at night because they over there doing construction. So that didn't make sense.
What I don't understand from the very beginning about the almighty great Duprees, the Toothless Tigers can't stop Leslie from doing anything. They can't stop her from joining the country club and pestering everybody up and down and sideways. They can't stop her from just barging into people's houses every time she feels like it, anytime she feels like it. They can't stop her from tearing down a historical house. Now, when houses are historical, it's illegal to do anything. If you live in a historic neighborhood, you can't even change your facade. There are rules about this. So all of this is so unrealistic, and it makes the Duprees look like a bunch of toothless tigers. You're a bunch of bark and no bite. If you couldn't stop this one, you couldn't stop this one. Okay.
It's like how much power do they have?
I know
Which
it's
is
like
none.
where I am, I couldn't change. There's windows in my house I cannot change. And if something happened to them, somebody throw a brick at them or whatever, I have to have the exact same kind of window put back in there. These people don't play about that stuff.
Yeah. So I mean, it's really not making no sense. I don't know the Duprees. The priest power, and then even the fact of this is what I get, and I agree with what Daddy said earlier because I was saying the same thing. You know, Kat did put the fire under her granddad's butt to start making some actions because it's like, well, why are you just giving up? You know, so she did put that fire up underneath him. But my question is, and I was having this conversation too, is like, Bill is not the only lawyer in town. I'm sure he's great, right? But I'm sure there are 10 lawyers that are equally as great as Bill that the Duprees could hire to have them all sit around in a think tank and come up with a way to stop Leslie. But they didn't do it. It didn't make sense. So now you feel as though when your back's against the wall, you got to go to Bill. I just don't agree with them looking at Bill like he's the only attorney that exists, period.
Yeah, and I don't
like they got other attorneys they could go to and that will be able to help them out, I'm sure, as equal or maybe even better than Bill. There's more than one good attorney in America.
And I
Now,
don't know why
Taya,
they use Bill all of the time. Now, first of all, when Bill first came on, I had a real bad issue with him with what happened with his marriage, but it seems like I guess they're working through that. But now Vernon has made it quite clear Bill leaves a bad taste in his mouth. But
Yeah,
you
why keep going back to him?
that's right. Why do you keep using him? Leave him alone. Let him go on with his new
because
life.
they need him. But
They
Taya
don't need him,
Helium
Miss
says
Jen. They
that
got money.
no, they got money, but Bill got all the secrets. They ain't nobody trying to start
No,
over.
but see, Miss Jen, this particular situation does not require secrets. Now,
But
I get
Bill
the
is the
whole Joey
best.
situation,
He the best.
huh?
He the best.
But no, he can't be the only best
And
in
he's all
town.
Bill is the one that's in their
This
back
does not
pocket.
require the
They
straightness.
got
Hold on,
all
this,
this. They
I
got
done
all this
told
history
y'all.
together. He's in their
I done
back
told you.
pocket.
but
I done
no, but
told
this
y'all that I
particular
done told y'all how
situation,
these Duprees do. They like to use you up and
I
send
got
you
you,
off
but this
again.
particular situation does not need discreetness. This particular situation just needs a legal mind. This is not something that Vernon has to hide or keep under tuck or whatever. No, he just needed some lawyers to go back, read the law books, or start thinking about a loophole to get Leslie to stop the building. That's all he needed. And for him to do that, he could have went to any number of lawyers. He could have hired 5 lawyers and had them all put their mind together to come up with something. He did not need Ted for this. Now, that stuff with Martin, he needed Ted for. He couldn't go to somebody else for that. He had to go back. I'm sorry, Bill. He needed Bill for it. He couldn't go and get somebody else because that was too crazy. But this right here, he didn't need Bill for this. They didn't need him.
All right. Pause for a second, you guys. Let's take a moment out to thank our sponsors for tonight. Our sponsors tonight are Peggy and also Myrtle Tenster, Bilo Didi, Jasmine Williams, Unicorn Jim, Angela Jackson, Var,
Yes.
B- Sean Belio, Tiff, Tiff F, and Sean B again. Sean said he came through and hit y'all twice. Okay, how about that? Okay.
Now hold on.
Uh-huh.
I got cut off earlier. I
Uh-huh.
need my 6 month celebration because we rewarding 3. Then what about my 6? Because I'm going on like 7 months of membership. And if we rewarding 3, I need my props.
Look, here's what happened. It popped up in the chat and said, I mean, that's the way they put it up there. That's the way they put it up there. It said that
Uh-huh.
a 3-month celebration. But
Uh-huh.
listen, I'm
Yeah. Yeah.
equal opportunist.
Yeah. Okay.
Sean be like, She was because last week Sean was like, wait a minute, hold on. How come Var getting all that for his membership? Ain't
I am
nobody saying nothing to
special.
me.
I've been a
Child,
6 month member. Should
child,
have
let
been
me look
3.
here. Hold on, let me find this thing. Y'all, I
I'm
appreciate
I'm
it.
I'm
I
six
love
months
y'all so
deep.
bad.
I'm one of the first members.
Oh, yeah, you are one of the original 30.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, hold on. Bilo Didi said, hold on. Bilo Didi said, she said, happy anniversary to me, member for 6 months. And
Uh-huh.
Sean B is a member for 3 months. And Var, you a member for 6 months as well. So
Yeah.
let's get our song going for our membership. I got to do something else for y'all for the membership. Here y'all are for the membership. Thank you very much.
What's the password?
Gatekeepers.
I slash it.
Welcome to Membership Island.
And whatever happens in the membership stays in the membership. So, shh, tell them Richard. Let me in here.
Touched
And
and
let us
honored
all
to
have
be.
been. Look,
Hold on.
Var, would you like to give a speech?
Yes. Hold on. I am so touched and honored to be celebrated in that fashion. It's hard for me to hold back the emotions that I'm feeling right now in this particular moment. First of all, I would like to thank Miss Jen for making all of this possible. When none of this happened without her, and that's all I gotta say. I'd like to thank my wife for standing by me during these 6 months. of
We do
membership.
take our hats off to Miss Val. We do.
Yes.
Okay, we can move on.
Miss Val,
Thank
we
you,
do.
everybody. Moving on.
Scarlett
Moving on.
said, I enjoyed attending the Fish Fry Gatekeepers Mod Squad. Miss Jen, I'll see you next week. Have a wonderful weekend. You as well. Thank you so much for joining in. VAR, select the super chat. Wait a minute. VAR, select the super chat and then select the free anniversary sticker. Okay, so I guess that's what you can do. You can so Bilo Didi says select the super chat and then select the free anniversary sticker. So that's for anybody that's in the membership. You can do that tonight. So y'all do that so we can celebrate y'all. So today must have been the day we started the membership.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Maybe.
I didn't know
maybe,
that.
Maybe.
Linda said, "Hold up." She said, "I want my props too." Thank you, Linda.
You're
Who's
gonna be playing
also
songs
a
for the rest
member.
of the.
She's a key holder in the membership for 6 months. We celebrate ya. Thank you. Anybody else want to put theirs up there? Go and she said, click
A
that.
night of celebration.
Tonight's a celebration. All right, you guys. What about let me see. Okay. We talked about that because I talked about the bill thing. Oh, I do want to say this. So that hat that I had on for the interview with Maria, I was thinking about getting a couple of those and doing them for some prizes for some of the stuff. What y'all think? It was the
That's a
cat hat.
female question.
Yeah, it was the cat hat. Y'all know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I wouldn't say something. That's a female question. I thought it was
RB
supposed to
on
the
it.
ladies.
Yeah, the red hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. I like that. It looks nice on YouTube.
Okay. So I'm asking down in the chat, do you all want to do a couple of those hats for some prizes for something? I'll wait for your answers down there, but we'll move on in the meantime. In the meantime, I want to ask you guys this because this is something I've been thinking about. I really want to start supporting other content creators' pages out loud and on purpose. Like I really appreciate the fact that Erica Vane, who is a much larger channel than this one, comes over here and spends time and sometimes shouts us out over there. I appreciate that. And I want to start doing the same. Like I think about how we as small channels, we're all struggling to get our channels to grow because right now it's a lot of stuff going on. Like I don't get on here and talk about because you never know what's causing the computer system.
Algorithm.
To pick on you. You understand? So,
algorithm.
So I just don't be wanting to say too much about, whatever. But here's what I'm really thinking. I think we all need to start supporting each other more. So here's what I want to do. If you listen to somebody else who reviews this show, put their channel down in the chat and let's go support them. And hopefully they'll come over here and support my channel too. Like I want to give them a follow and maybe they'll come back and give me a follow because we all trying to grow our pages. And just imagine if we all were to do that one thing for each other. Because I watch these other channels. Let me tell you something about the other folks, the people of Uncolor. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They will have 500,000 people on their page, 1 million people on their page, and they are over there pushing each other. Hey, so and so got a page. Go over there and follow his page. I mean, be shouting each other out. But I'm like, and that's how come they keep growing at the numbers that they are.
Yeah.
Because they tell their 1 million followers to go over there and go support this person's page who got 500,000, 250,000. And here we over here 1 million for 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. We got to do better.
Well, there are some that I could recommend, but one that I am really I'm subscribed to, and I absolutely love her passion, but it just got to be too much. I had to stop watching her because it got so bad with Kat and all this cursing about Ted, and I couldn't do it any longer. But yeah, that's a good idea of the people that you watch. It would be nice to put that.
Wait, hold on a second. I got I came over here to see who got this membership. So Pleasure 87, you are the recipient of a free gift membership from at Keisha 3375. YouTube automatically passes those out. So be sure to thank her for that. We have no control over who gets these memberships. But so at Pleasure 82, you are the recipient of a free gift membership from Keisha, which will last you for 30 days. And after that, if you want to re-up it yourself, you could definitely do so. So let's thank Keisha Keisha, for that. Thank you very much, Keisha, for gifting that membership. We appreciate you so much for that, sis. Let me go and find. Hold on, give me one more second. Let me find that comment so that I can highlight it, because sometimes it don't do that, and I need it put in one particular place. Okay, there you are. Thank you so much, Keisha, for having done that. Okay, so anyway, I don't want to criticize nobody's channel, because however somebody does their channel is how they do it. But what I'm saying is that if there is a channel who, especially for this show, because we want nothing but growth for this show. It's not about us individually. We want growth for the show. So if there's a channel that you particularly enjoy, put the name of the channel down in the chat. Let's all go over there and follow that, give that person a like, and subscribe to their page, because that's the only way. It's another way to try to help each other to grow. And even if we just all would do that, we would be doing great. We'd be doing great. We wouldn't have to be windmilling for trying to grow our pages one at a time, when there are other people growing their pages hundreds of thousands at a time. What y'all think about that? Are y'all there?
Yes.
Okay.
I already said that. I have no problem with it. I think it'll be fine, especially the people that you watch and you think that other people might enjoy them. Put them down. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have time to watch a lot of other content channel create. I've followed Shay Renee, and I know right now she's going through some stuff with her page. But forget that. Get that sister a subscription to her page. So Shay Renee Online is one that I follow. I also subscribe to Erica Vane TV. So follow that one. Bilo Didi put down one here. I can't see what's the name of the channel, Bilo Didi, because all I see is a link, and I can't. Let me see if I can. I hit it on this device. It'll tell me the name of the channel. Okay, Reality BTV. I'm sorry, really REALLY BTV. I'm gonna subscribe to it while I'm over here. So I'm all subscribed up under Miss B, my other this other channel that I have. So I'm subscribed under this, but if I get a chance to do it, wait, can I do it from here? Let's see if I can do it from here. So while you all are down here in the chat, hit that and just subscribe to the page.
Are these all BTG dedicated content creators?
Even if it's somebody that you just enjoy, it doesn't
Okay.
matter. It doesn't matter. I'm going to subscribe from both my pages to the one that Bilo Didi just posted, and because I think this is how we help each other grow. We want to help each other grow. So because it's not competitive. Like, we shouldn't be competing with each other. There's space for everybody to do what they're doing. So if it's somebody you particularly enjoy, drop the name of their channel or drop the link to their channel, and let's subscribe and help each other's pages grow. That's the best thing to do. So I'm all subscribed to really BTV, REALLY BTV. Ursula Kelly is another one channel that covers BCG. Ursula Kelly. Okay, let me write that down. Ursula Kelly.
Yeah, I'm gonna check these out.
Even if you never go back and listen to it again, subscribe to the channel. See, you ain't even, if you don't go back no more, give them the subscription. Because that stuff matters with YouTube. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, I think some of these channels might have been converted. I don't know if they're pure Beyond the Gates, but I know I was listening to another guy. He was doing Beyond the Gates reviews or whatever, and he said he had to stop because his viewership wasn't coming in like he wanted it to come in, unfortunately. But he was saying he was seeing other content creators that was getting a lot of views, but for some reason his wasn't picking up when it came down to Beyond the Gates. So he kind of left that alone. And I was like, I'm just wondering if it's a Beyond the Gates thing or what's going on with people not viewing it.
It could be, because there's some strange things going on. That's all I can tell you. Now, I just sent Bilo Didi them this. Let me tell you something else just happened. So y'all better pay attention to the things that are going on. Okay. Here's the news. BET Plus is officially ending as Paramount absorbs the platform and buys out Tyler Perry.
What?
Okay. BET is officially saying goodbye, and Tyler Perry is unloading his ownership in the platform. Paramount Sundance is shutting down the standalone streaming service and folding its catalog into Paramount Plus starting June 2026.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
It always
BET
makes sense.
did
It always makes sense to buy up our content so that you can control it. It does.
not but unfortunately BET has not been black owned for years. Like
Do
it's
you
not
know?
just
Do you
but
know how many networks we have launched? What? No. How
absolutely.
many networks have launched, built their business
UPN,
off our backs, and then dumped everything we were doing? Because yeah, UPN used to be what Martin,
yep,
um, all them shows was on there, and then the same thing. Remember when the W started and everybody was like the
the
Yep, the
WB.
WB?
WB. Yep.
What was on there? Black
I think
shows.
that was the UPN. I think that was UPN. No,
What's
It
going
was
on
the
I
now
think they
with
changed
WB.
the
Tubi?
UPN.
What's
It was
going on now with
UPN.
Tubi?
It was
Y'all got
UPN.
y'all
Yeah,
got all them
UPN turned
shows
to
over
the
there on
WB
Tubi
turned to
now.
UPN.
Yeah, y'all got all them Fox, the same thing. Fox was nothing but black shows.
Yep, black shows and Married with Children.
Okay, so I'm just saying this happens all the time. So if you grab the ownership of the stuff, you can control it. You can
So
control.
like I
You can
said,
control.
but unfortunately, Miss Jen, they've had control of it the whole time. Like the only situation that we pretty much had was like BET and I think like a TV1 back in the day or whatnot. But they
Mhm.
were sold. Like BET been sold. Bob Johnson sold BET over 20 something years ago,
I
if
know
I'm
for
not mistaken.
$1 billion. Or was
Yeah,
it
if I'm not
1
mistaken.
billion
So
or was it 3 billion?
I don't even remember. But at
Whatever it
the
was,
end of
I
the
know his
day,
wife walked away a billionaire and he walked away a billionaire.
I guess the
yeah,
thing was they were still a BET. Now there will not even be a BET.
Right. That's the
does
whole
it
point.
matter at
It
the end
was
of the day if
That's
it's
just
billboard.
it.
already owned by
At least
white
there was
people?
their distinction of there being a BET. That's
But does it
gone
really
now.
matter in today's era though? Does it really matter if it's owned by white people already?
Are you
BET was
serious?
pretty
Mm.
huh?
I say, are you serious? Okay.
Yeah, I'm saying, like what's the difference? Tyler Perry is still going to put all his content on another platform, whatever platform, whether it's UPS, I mean, whether it's Netflix, whether it's Paramount still, whether it's Prime, he's still going to put all his content. So it's not like you're stifling black content. Those old shows run and make money, so those shows are not going anywhere. So does it really matter if you're watching it on a ex black owned channel or if
The
you're
old
watching it
shows,
on something
the
else?
old shows make money for whoever owns them.
Yeah, and they still going to show, they still going to air.
Yeah,
They're
but the
just
black
not going.
shows make money for whoever owns them.
Yes.
So
Whatever you're
if
saying.
none of you own it, who getting the money?
But it's always been that way.
So
BET was
I know
just a
you're
cover.
saying that the shows itself will still be on the air, but who's benefiting from it?
The same people that's been benefiting from it. The same people that's been benefiting for the last 20 something years since Bob Johnson sold BET. Nothing's changing right now.
Biggie
Everything is
deal. So
still going to be
why
status
do you
quo.
think that nobody wants you to own? Why do you think nobody wants you to own the ability to control your narrative? How
See,
you
here's the
how
thing.
you look at and the kind of stories that you get to tell. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. I said, and I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say this. Say this. I don't need to see no more slave movies. I done seen enough slave movies. I get it. That was one part of our history, but we have been so much more than that. So because of things like a BET type of stuff, then you're able to see things like Hidden Figures and see what other parts of history that you were involved in as well. And how come when y'all did One Little Wakanda, the whole world was upset because you portrayed yourself in this manner?
We're
Now,
still going to
everybody else
have
doesn't have
this.
to be Superman, Batman, every other man. We get one Black Panther, and the world like to lost its mind because y'all was out here proud and running, taking your children to see this positivity and to see themselves in this light. Them folks like to fell out.
Well, that's a whole nother story. But if we're talking about the content, we're
Mhm.
still going to get the same content. As far as streaming on BET, does it matter that it was streaming on a channel called BET or if it's streaming on
Wait a minute.
Paramount? What is the difference?
Oh, wait a minute.
Black
KB
people
Mama
wasn't getting that money
don't be
anyway.
don't be skipping over her anniversary comment. Wait, I'm sorry. What'd you say now?
No, I was saying at the end of the day, BET was owned by a white corporation by white
In
people.
the end of it, yes, but not at first. If he had a
For the
kept his
I
stuff,
got
it
it for the
wouldn't have
last
been.
20 years. And you say, why do people want our content? Because it makes them money. The question is, why do we sell our content?
Precisely.
Cause see, none of this would be possible if, let's
Because you
say,
ain't gonna
Bob
buy the
Johnson
egg.
never sold. He
Let
wanted his
let me
billions.
tell you what people like to fell out. When when Shaq came out and said all the stuff that he owned, these folks like to fell out. Now, quiet as it's kept. I believe that's why Michael Jackson ain't here and Prince ain't here right now because they want to own their stuff.
They did. I
And then
totally
Michael had
agree. They
owned them
wanted to own their
Beatles, and
stuff,
Michael owned so
and
much
the
stuff, and
companies were
Elvis.
angry that they wouldn't own the stuff. I totally
Not
agree.
just that, but Michael owned Elvis, and Michael owned the Beatles, amongst other people. And Michael was buying other folks' stuff and giving them back their stuff.
He wasn't giving nobody back
Exactly,
nothing,
and
but
the
he was
companies didn't
owning it.
like that.
No,
The
no,
corporations
Michael
didn't like
Jackson did.
that.
I believe
That's
it
why
was
they got
Michael
rid of
that
him.
bought James Brown catalog and gave it back to him.
He threw a
Oh,
couple people a bone, maybe
he
that
did that. He
he
did
rocked
that
with
to
That's
a
why
few
like
Michael
that. But
Jackson
he
was
was
eliminated
he,
because
he
he was a threat because he was becoming his own person. He didn't need those corporations anymore.
But I know Shaq better be quiet. Shaq over there talking about all the stuff he owned.
I can't talk about conspiracy theories too crazy because we can get down a whole wormhole
No,
with
not
that. Because
conspiracy. I'm just saying that that's what's
anything could
real.
be. Yeah,
Shaq need to
I mean,
hush.
it's not really real that, but Michael Jackson was off because of his connections with the catalog and all that stuff is like really just conspiracy theories. Tupac is
Oh,
living over in
money.
Cuba somewhere. It's all conspiracy
I,
theories.
I ain't say it's Tupac ain't going nowhere.
I know.
I ain't gonna talk about who I think ain't really gone right now, but I ain't gonna get into that.
But man, but Miss Jen, at the end of the day though, it's at the end of the day though, what happens is we build it up and then we sell it. Now, is that right or wrong? I don't know. It depends on who you're talking to. But the thing is to build it up to make enough money and equity in that. And the other people do it as well. They build it up and they sell it. And I don't know. It's just a hard situation because it looks like, at the end of the day, we don't really own nothing. But there has been a lot of people that has been made very rich off
Uh
of
huh.
these projects.
And
Black people I'm talking about, not just white people, but black people have become very rich off of the content that they sell to these different companies.
hmm hold on, I want to make sure. And I think I saw all the channels that you guys wrote down. You said Ursula TV. I know we got the other one, really BTV, Buchanan TV, JL Media, Auntie Recap,
Wow.
and Shade
I'm
in the
sorry.
City.
I saw Auntie
Those are
Recap.
some of the those are some of the those are some of the channels that you guys says that you watch and enjoy. And so if you go to those channels and subscribe to their channels, I'm going to do the same thing. I wrote all of these down, but I'd have to enter because there's no link for it here. I will have to go and enter them in later on, and then I'll follow all of these pages. And yeah, I just think it's about we all need to be supporting each other and get our
Quick question,
pages.
Miss Jen.
hmm
Have you, like the smaller channels that are not that big, have you ever attempted to maybe reach out to them and see about like cross promotions to maybe gather some of the people that they might have watching their channel as well? And, a certain situation like that?
No, number
That might
one.
be a good idea.
I don't have time.
Oh, okay.
Being live every day is a yeah. Because
Because
I
if y'all
try
could do
to
some
And
cross
you know,
promotions,
like listen, one
this is
o'clock
the
to two
only
o'clock.
channel that's live every day, and with the pictures and
Yeah.
and giving a recap that you can watch. And if you don't get to watch the show and you tune into this, it's almost like you did watch the show with a commentary in the back. But
Mhm.
this is the only channel that's doing it fresh and live every day. Everybody else is like a day behind, or sometimes they're 3 days behind, or some days they're
And I
five
can
days behind.
understand why.
But
Sometimes,
I can
sometimes they're
understand
a
why.
week, they're a week behind, well, a couple of weeks if they go on
yep, a
vacation.
couple of weeks behind. Yep.
And I
But
can
to
understand
me,
why.
it's not interesting to listen to somebody's opinion about some stuff that you watched 4 days ago. I
That's right.
mean, that
well,
that's just
that's
it's
not,
just not interesting. So this is very interesting, and also we really appreciate the grind of doing this live. And every time you recap, it's what happened a couple of hours ago.
Right.
Yeah, but those
And
segments
and
was
then
meant
to
It's a
to.
have the
lot, though. I'm not gonna lie. I
interactive
understand why.
chat going on at the same time. It's something else. I mean, it's
Why?
and this is why things are moving in the direction that they're moving for this channel, because it does take extra effort to do this. This is an extracurricular activity for
I
sure.
didn't know that. This, you know what I thought when I said I was gonna do it? I thought this what I thought. I thought I was going I thought I was gonna watch the show and jump right on and be like, "Ooh, did y'all see today's episode?" I didn't think about, well, now are you gonna remember this whole episode? Now you gonna have to write that down. I was like, okay, so I write it down. And then I was sharing it with some people who had started some pages, and they was like, you need some pictures. I was like, pictures? Come what now? Okay, so then I had to go figure that part out. Let me get the pictures, and I crop the pictures, and I gotta upload the pictures, and I gotta go and get my thumbnails together. I gotta go write up the thing. I gotta come on here and be ready to be on. Child. I was
It's a
like, what
lot.
was I thinking? But then I tried to go and mess with the pre-record. That ain't for me. That ain't for me. I can't do all that. Because see, I start tinkering around with stuff and be like, you know what? Now I'm gonna tell you, I would start wanting to do too much in there. Cause I like to put stuff in stuff. And I'm like, no, let me not mess with that. Let me okay, so hold on, let me see. Did you all put another content creator down here? Traveling in these CC streets can be okay. Yeah, channels can be messy. That's another reason why I don't really get into people's channels like that. Cause like right now, it is some people of color. Y'all be doing too much, and y'all ain't about to pull me into no mess with nobody. So what I'm saying is that I want to give people subscribe to their channel so that their channel numbers can move. The same as I'm trying to get my channel numbers to move. And maybe if we do that for each other, we can all get our channel numbers to move.
But unfortunately, right now, you probably the only one that's doing something like this, and that's why I just brought. Maybe if you do have a little free time or something, just to try to link up with them. Because if you can still if you can not still, because everybody you gonna watch what you're gonna watch, but if you can cross share like 1,000 people, like that would be excellent for your channel. If they just plugged you on their channel, if you want live content, go to Miss Jen type situation as well, because everybody can eat off this. It's just about promotion.
Well, the thing
Well,
is,
now ain't
if the
nobody
other,
eating off of this. But
if
go
if,
ahead.
No,
if
I'm saying, no, I said it's a potential for everybody to eat off of it. It's just about promotion,
You know,
like
and then speaking of, there's some other things that's gonna be coming up for us. As far as this live on Friday nights, you all will have the opportunity in the near future, or in the future, that this live will be found on Roku and on Amazon Fire Stick.
oh, well, I
cool.
already watched this on Amazon Fire Stick, but I watch it on YouTube
Mm,
on Amazon
mm,
Fire Stick. That's why I appreciate those pictures so much, because you'll start talking about something and the picture is exactly what you were talking about,
mm-hmm.
and it makes complete sense. And
Yeah.
and then somebody in the chat will be interjecting on whatever you talked about, and you'll interject whatever was said. So it's interactive, and nobody else is doing that.
Yeah. And you know what? That's another thing you bring up. It's like taking pictures is not just taking pictures. For those who are taking pictures, they know this, but you are trying to find the exact moment in that scene that will kind of go with that scene. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when I pull up
Right.
something, I say, like the feel of this in this elevator, for example, that Grayson got on and he was kind of looking back, talking to him, and then he was like, yeah, you need to leave her alone. I'm like, oh, I picked this one because his curls was popping, and I'm like, is he sitting up here trying to get her the sweet eye?
I thought Andre was very tough. I was scared. I was at the house and I was
Rashad.
nervous. I was
Rashad.
nervous. Rashad, yeah,
Rashawn.
Rashad. No, I'm sorry.
Rashad.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disrespect. I was very scared of Rashad during those
I,
moments, and I don't know what you was talking about. I was like, "What is Miss Jen talking about?" I'm
I know
scared right now.
thugs. I know thugs. This ain't it.
No, he was a thug. I know thugs, Miss Jen.
No, he
He
ain't
was
no
a thug.
thug. Mm-mm.
That boy is a
Mm-mm.
thug.
This looked like
Mm-mm.
my cousin. I would be like, boy,
No,
what is you doing?
no, please. No,
That boy
not
was
even close.
thugging.
Not even close. I lived in Harlem with thugs. That ain't no thug.
That
They,
ain't no good.
what's his name again? I'm sorry, I don't want to get his name
Rashad.
wrong.
Rashad.
Rashad. That's a thug name. Let alone how he was looking. Come on,
Uh
y'all,
huh.
y'all, y'all.
He Googled that.
Oh my
This
God.
about to be Cat New Man.
Oh, Rashad.
Mm-mm.
No, Donnell.
Donnell.
Oh.
Donnell.
Uh,
They
eh.
gave him a black. They gave him a blackety name. His name Donnell.
Well, you know his dad was from the streets though.
I know.
But you know
He was from the
that's some
streets.
really good casting because
Doug from the streets.
Deanna looks like a brown Vanessa,
She does.
and Donnell looks like a light skinned Doug.
Mm-hmm.
That was some really good casting.
Question is, when did Doug and Randy? I know this is real old, but when did Doug and Randy have the time to hang out?
Well, they used to
When they
go
was
to, I think
kids.
it was OFG's they used to go to, and that's when Randon tried to put Doug on warning. But
No, no,
Doug,
no. I'm not talking. I'm talking about from the beginning.
not Doug,
Like
I
they
mean,
grew up together.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, but recently before Doug passed away, he and Randon were meeting, and Randon tried to warn him to stay away because Doug kept trying to dig and dig and dig and dig on Joe, and Doug made his mistake when he went to Bill, and that really disappointed me with Bill. He went to Bill. And Randon told him in these streets, you don't have any friends. You don't trust anybody. He didn't tell him that, but he was letting him know it wasn't wise. Oh, yeah, I know Bill. We were on campus together. I don't care if you're in the same fraternity. Some things you don't talk about. And when he told Bill he was after Joey, Bill put Joey on notice. And that's when
What?
Joey decided we are going to take him out.
No, my question was, if him and Doug,
Hold on, hold on.
used to, okay.
Elaine, Shade in the City is a woman, right? She got two black
Yes.
women kind of back. Okay, I
Yeah.
just
It's
wasn't sure,
two
right?
sisters.
All
Yeah.
right, I'm just going on doing these pages while I'm talking to y'all. Go ahead.
If him and Doug used to hang out together, my question is, how didn't he know Doug? I mean, how didn't he know that Randy was a scammer?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Like
that's
that's my thing. Is like, how did they come up together? And he never met Haley. Um, Randy wasn't a scammer. I don't get that. That it
no,
didn't work out to me in my mind.
you're making a good point, Var, but you got to remember, in order to become a cardiologist, he has spent from 10 to 12 years away from the regular public. So he wasn't having anything properly to do with Rand at that time.
True.
Yeah. So,
They
yeah.
might have linked up later on
Yeah.
from when they was probably kids or something. I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe during that time, that's when Randy came into his own as a gangster. All right, I got it.
Hey, you guys, whatever JL Media is, I don't know what that is. You're gonna have to put the link in there because a lot of stuff coming up. So whatever, if that was a page you were saying JL Media, put the link in there because I can't find that one. Go ahead, you guys.
Yeah, and what was it? I wrote in the comments something about he was having a back and forth with Elaine about Cat. I can't remember what that was, but I agree with what she was saying. I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
I commented on. I don't even remember what I said.
Mm-hmm.
Did you disagree with Kat moving out of the her house with that she was sharing with her cousin?
I don't disagree. I just think Cat is being extra for no reason. That's what I think.
Mm-hmm.
I show enough.
What you said.
Okay, wait, hold on, you guys. So Ursula S. Kelly, that's the name of her page. Ursula S. Kelly. She's got 220 subscribers. Come on, you guys. Let's get over there and get his sister follow. Okay, so I think Kat just doing too much. I don't even understand why I really accept to say that she's growing up, but I just think she was being a little bit jealous. I think she was having a knee-jerk reaction. I don't think it's like unreasonable kind of jealousy. I mean, she's moving on, moving on, and she's found love, So, and I'm gonna move because I'm in the way. Da, 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 da. I think she was just acting out. It's all good.
And then she tried to stay with Naomi and said, "Oh, well, Jacob's away. He's away working. I can stay with you." And Naomi shut that down.
Happy anniversary to Elaine. It is also her 6-month celebration. Yeah. Elaine was the very first to come up here on and sit with me up here. Elaine was the very first to get her membership. Elaine was the very first on a whole bunch of things. She was. She was. So happy 6 month anniversary. Happy anniversary, my dear. Okay, thanks for sharing the other CC channels. However, we do need them to wait. We do need to check them out to see if they align with Miss Jen's purpose and brand. We keep it. No, I mean just go give them a subscription. You if you don't never go back on and watch no more, just subscribe to the channel. You ain't gotta watch it no more if you don't want to. Help the people grow their channel and be seen. Let's see. This KB. Cause after I log out of this stuff, I be trying to catch up with the TV shows I be wanting to see. I'm like tonight I gotta watch Matlock. I got to see what happened on Matlock. I got to. Yeah, I'm gonna miss Deanna. I need her to come on back.
A lot of people, I think, want Deanna. They just like
Did
to
we debate if she was being disrespectful? Because I don't think we did.
I was about to say we got so off the track. We know we got to talk about Miss Deanna,
Well, what did y'all think about Miss
Miss
Deanna?
Hurricane Deanna. I'm sorry she's gone. That was stupid. Why do you bring a hurricane in and let
I
it blow
know.
through and then
And put her
sweep
on
it
the
out to
train.
sea?
Yeah, put her on the train and
That's
the next day.
stupid.
And I thought
Yeah,
something
going
else
back.
was very, very interesting. Even though Vanessa, Deanna is very angry with her mother at this time, why was Vanessa over at the club instead of going home to see her baby on the train?
Because she's a horrible mother. She is the worst of the worst. She really is.
But when she's around them, she acts like, oh, these are my two heartbeats.
Mm-hmm.
And Joey really loves his mother. I can tell he does. Not Joey, Darnell. Darnell. Yeah, Darnell really loves his mother.
And you see how she hurried him off when he came down
Before
after
we
Doug
did.
died, and she couldn't get him to drive to Banneker fast enough.
That's right. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
But I would be very, very concerned, I believe, if my daughter, this child is sitting on a powder keg and any day she could snap. You could tell the way she's reacting. Even her twin said that she takes out anger on him. So she obviously has not made it through the grieving process. I would say that she got stuck in the stage of anger. And she's got a lot of issues too with her being a bratty young child. And she didn't appreciate dad while she had him. Then they all upset about the fact that they all, when they would be home from college, lived in the same house with dad, and nobody knew he was struggling with this gambling problem. But I guess Vanessa did, but the rest of them did not know. So she's got so much going on there. She really, really need to be watched. She's sitting on a powder keg. Now, do I agree the way the outbursts and calling her mother almost like a slut in the company of other people?
I
That
don't
was
know if we can say that word.
Oh, okay, we can.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I
Well,
don't know if we can.
okay, well, calling her mother this
Mm-hmm.
well, whatever you
We
want
know
to
what you
Garden
said.
tool.
yeah,
Garden tool.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's not right. So I don't agree with the language, but I can tell she's in a lot of pain. She's sitting on a powder keg, and I don't know what this therapist is doing that she's working with, but they had better hurry up and do something with her. She's going to have a complete, I believe, psychotic break.
Mm-hmm.
And Joey is showing and has shown more compassion for Vanessa's children than Vanessa
Mhm.
did,
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
which is just
yeah.
she's and this also brings up the thing about people, couples. Oh, we have an arrangement. Oh, it's the financials. Oh, it's the children. Oh, it's the property, blah blah blah. So two people are pretending to be partners and parents. Meanwhile, they've drifted apart and they think they're staying together for the sake of their kids. And all they do is teach their children how to be dysfunctional adults and
Well,
have
I,
dysfunctional
well,
relationships.
I think
Doug already knew Vanessa was sleeping around.
Mm-hmm.
But that night, what really got me was Doug, and what I just resent that the writers wrote him this way, particularly a black educated man. And even if he couldn't write his name, I just don't like to see them write our men looking so pathetic. Remember the night he walked into the club and Doug was getting ready to lay Vanessa on the table and Doug walked away. Now you go home to somebody you know. Not only do you know she is doing these things, you already knew she was using the escort service, but now you know the man who's sleeping with your wife, and you go into his club and drinking his liquor. It just got to be too much.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think in this particular situation though, it's not really the fact that they had like a super dysfunctional marriage. It was the fact that like I don't know, Vanessa said it earlier on. She said she still loved Doug. She never want to divorce Doug. It's kind of like I guess the Will and Jada situation. How they say that is how they live separate life, but they would never get a divorce,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
how they're off doing their own thing. Because Vanessa even was telling Joey that she would not leave Doug. Period.
Yeah,
You know
she
what I
didn't. She
mean?
didn't even
She
want to
loved
take
that
her
man.
marriage ring off. Remember
Yeah,
that
she
night
loved
in
that
Puerto
man.
Rico? She didn't want to take that ring off.
Yeah, she
But
loved that man, but she just wasn't in love with him anymore.
yeah,
And I think that was the contrast. And when it comes to Deanna, I think Deanna was fine at first until she saw her mom with Joey. And I think that's what really set her off. She's already still grieving. And, you know, some people like to put time limits on other people grieving, which you can't do. And it's like the simple fact that her mom wasn't grieving the way that she was grieving, or maybe for as long as she was grieving, it made her resent her mom even more. But I think that was not rational at all.
Now
but but
that's
but you know, but you know what? Here's the other bad thing. Joey really did not have to kill Doug. He did not.
Often can't say that word.
He already had. Oops. He
On the
didn't
line.
have to unalive Doug. He
Mhm.
could have had Vanessa, and already had Vanessa anytime he wanted,
But he didn't do that.
anywhere he wanted.
He
He
didn't
did
do,
not. He didn't have to get rid of
no, he
Doug.
had to. No, he had to. He didn't do it. I don't know if you remember. He didn't take Doug out for Vanessa. He took Doug out for running his mouth.
remember
Doug got real reckless at the end. And he was talking about getting Joey set up to get arrested. He was talking to Randy about the situation.
He was
His
talking to
car,
Marcel. Yeah, that's right. He
yeah,
was.
he went to
Yeah.
Marcel.
but
So he didn't get taken out for the love of Vanessa. He got taken out because he had a big mouth.
he went to Bill. Remember he said and
Yeah.
Randall warned
Yeah.
him. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And
I
Bill
know.
went and told Joey. And that's when Joey said, you know what? It's time. He got
Yep.
to go.
Yep. Yep.
Because Bill said that. I mean, Randy tried to tell him, "You don't do that." Oh yeah, I know Bill. Bill is cool. We were on
Yep.
campus together. I don't care if he's your fraternity brother. You know this man is a thug. Why would you talk down?
Yeah.
And Bill went right back and told Joey that
Yep.
Yep.
he said, and I
So
hate Bill did that. I really do.
yeah, so
Amen.
Vanessa wasn't the one. Vanessa's not responsible. It's actually Doug. Doug was responsible for his own demise at the end of the day.
Mm.
I don't agree,
But
but whatever.
as far as the Vanessa thing was concerned, though, he didn't have to move Doug out the way to get to Vanessa. He already had Vanessa.
That's
Mm.
what I'm saying. He didn't do it for Vanessa. He did it because Doug was going to put him in jeopardy of getting locked up. All of them was going to get locked up. Like if Doug would have left still walking around, he would have eventually set Joey up to get Joey locked up. Period. So at the end of the day, despite whatever you might think of the situation, he had to go. It was no other choice at that point. Vanessa tried to keep him quiet. He wouldn't stay quiet. Randy was trying to keep him
Yeah.
quiet. He wouldn't stay quiet. So at the end of the
Yeah.
day, it's like, what can you do other than A, go down because Doug done ran his mouth, or B, take Doug out?
Yeah.
You only got those two options.
He wound up being Fredo in The Godfather.
Yeah, you only got two options at that point. And he chose the latter. He
Let me
didn't
tell
want to get locked up, so he took him
what's
out.
coming up next week. Let's see what's going on. So Monday, Naomi is faced with her worst nightmare. Leslie hijacks Chelsea and Madison's wedding dreams. I knew it was her. Um, Carlton and Kyle lock horns over Nicole. Ashley has a
That
bad
was
day. It
funny.
look like all the clips gonna be showed on Monday. Okay. Tuesday, Danny makes a concession for Andre. Cat doles out some warnings to Isaiah. Oh Lord, not again. Eva is in desperate need of Ted's help where her mama is concerned.
My
Shanice
God.
leans on her Aunt Monica. Okay, Aunt Monica coming back. Okay. Wednesday, Bill and Anita engage in a difficult conversation. Leslie renovations are thwarted, which puts her
Mhm.
directly at odds with Vernon. Joey gives his blessings to an old friend. I know this is Leah. Vanessa seeks Nicole out for some much needed advice. Kyle makes a surprising move. Okay.
So who was that? Anita? Did you say who did you say somebody was coming back for?
It says, let me see. You said about Anita? Her and Bill engage in a difficult conversation.
Okay.
Joey gives his blessings to an old friend, and Vanessa seeks out Nicole for some much needed advice.
Oh,
Kyle makes a surprising move, and then there is no show Thursday or Friday.
okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, March Madness.
So we'll probably do trivia.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll probably do some trivia or something. Doug also bugged Joey's car. Oh, yeah, that's true. He did.
Oh
Another content creator
yeah.
that's weekly, not
He
daily,
did.
is
No,
Six
Joey
Heart.
Bug Doug's car.
Because Vanessa brought the book and gave it to him. Yes.
Yeah, Joey Bug Doug car. Yeah.
Oh,
Doug was doing the most. He was doing the most. I know it's easy to forget about it, but Doug was out there doing the most. It was definitely not Vanessa. It was Doug. And just remember, Doug got Vanessa into this whole shebang to begin with. If Doug wasn't out there gambling and losing all that
That's
money,
true. That's true. That's true.
Vanessa wouldn't have
That's
never
true.
came in the picture.
That's true.
That's right. That's right.
Dale J
Doug had his
says,
own fate in
I'm
his
sorry.
hands. Go
Dale
ahead.
J says, another content creator that's weekly, not daily, is Six Heart Media. They also use the gatekeeper marker for their channel. Oh, the hashtag. Oh, okay. Okay, Six Heart Media.
We putting a
All
strike
right.
on you.
No, I
I'm
can't. I
pulling
don't.
the
I
strike.
don't own it. So whatever's clever. Okay, Six Heart Media. Six Heart HEARTME. Okay. Wait a minute. First of all, take these capitals off. How about that?
You don't think they have a store for Deanna at the
For
end of the
Deanna.
day?
Why did
Yeah,
they
she's
send
gonna be
her
like a regular
away?
character or just coming. She's gone probably for a week or two. She'll be back. I
Yeah,
think
but
she'll be back.
I'm sure she'll be back. But it's like, why'd you bring? When she got so pissed off, now she blew into town, and now she's blowing out. That doesn't even make
Absolutely, that makes
sense.
positive. No, it does make sense. It makes all the sense in the world. You got to think about it.
Now
She's there.
she got to be here and make some more trouble. She blew out too quick.
She came there to see the dedication and to see her mom. By seeing her mom, she got disappointed. So at that point, there was nothing left for her to stay in town for. So she left. Now her brother probably going to get in her ear, and she probably come back and make up with her mom and different things of that nature. But yeah, it makes sense.
But Var says something that I really agree with. And a lot of times I've had situations where something hurts you so very badly, and the other person look like they're going on with their life.
Yeah.
So Vanessa's going on with another man. She's going
Yep.
on with another life. And it's just made that child more painful. She's grieving. She's in deep grief. She can't move through the grieving process. And it looks like Vanessa's already got the resolution and has another life. And I think Var is
Oh.
right. We hate to see other people what we think is being disrespectful to the memory of someone that we love so much, and they're just frivolously having a good time.
And y'all, I'm sure everybody remember the Good Times episode when James died. Everybody was looking at Florida like, why are you not grieving? But everybody grieves in their own way, in their own time. And by the end of the episode, she slammed the bowl on the floor and screamed out those famous words. So, like it happens. It happens. I know me personally, I think I probably would feel the way if I'm all down and sad, and then I look up and I see my mom done moved on with a whole nother dude. That has to hurt. That has to hurt. It's like, what? How could you? So I
Mhm.
get it. I get it. It don't make it right, but I get it. That's all I'm saying.
Mhm.
Well, you know what? I tell you something. I didn't feel that way at all when my mother died. When my father decided to move on, I didn't feel bad at all. I was happy that he was just going to go ahead and continue to live his life because she had cancer and they suffered for a long time.
But now
Yeah,
And
see,
you
you're
probably
special.
have gotten through the grieving process. You have
yeah,
put it to the fact that your mom has suffered. And
yeah,
many times when people have cancer and they live for years with the cancer, the family has a chance to grieve while they're
Come to
living.
grip. Yeah, they
But
come to
see,
grips
yeah.
while they still
what,
alive.
what you're saying about this young lady, she thought her mother and father had an ideal marriage. Then she get notification that he's committed, he's unalived himself. That's too much for her. Then to come home and to see mom walking around like she's a teenager with skinny pants on and everything, this is too much for her. I think Var is right. She wants her mother to be miserable. She wants her to be sad with her, but we can't make other people be sad with us. But
Yeah.
I can understand your situation though, because
Yeah, me too.
if your mother had suffered with cancer, and it's nowhere in the world as a loving daughter, you would want to bring her back to that pain. Though you miss her, you wish you would go back to the memories prior to that pain, but you probably had grieved right along with her as she was getting ready to make her transition. But this man unalived himself, so these kids had no chance. They thought their parents had an ideal marriage.
Well,
And some
actually,
people,
he didn't unalive
well,
himself.
yeah, you got
He put himself in a precarious situation that caused his untimely
yeah,
unaliving.
demise. Yeah,
Well,
I think, and
the reason I said he unalived himself, you are correct. He didn't. The Marcel knew he was he was over the limit of.
Right, right.
yeah, that's what we know. But as far as she knows that he was drunk and he ran his car off the road.
Yeah.
So, that's what Deanna knows. And another thing to your point that you had said too, like you was fine with your dad moving on. You could be you're like selfless. I would say that probably about you. Whereas though a lot of people are selfish. So they're only worrying about their feelings on the situation and not worrying about the other people feeling. Some people feel as though I don't care how long my people's been dead. You should never move on, mom or dad. You
Oh
should always be
no.
single. You have people
Oh,
that actually feel
oh
that way.
no.
So they are selfish. I got a
No.
homeboy who says
I
my
couldn't
mom
be
better
like
not
that.
bring no dude in this house. And his dad was been dead for like 10 years. Like no
Oh
other dude better not
no.
step in that house.
No,
Some
no,
people feel that way.
No. Go
that's
live your life. Enjoy
that's
your
Hmm.
life while you breathe and enjoy your life.
and
I
you
I
understand.
am
Some people
all
feel that
for
way.
that.
now. Does your friend have a wife that said that
Nah,
he
but
can?
he has plenty of girls that he participate with, and I had that conversation with him as
Oh,
well. I said, "Would
okay.
you like to be single for 10 years?" I said, "Would you be fine with being single for 10 years?" No, it's my mom though. I don't want her
Oh, that's
dealing with
silly.
nobody else. Yep, that's just that. I mean, I get it the same way I don't want my daughter to be with a dude.
Well,
Lucky I don't have a daughter.
my if my dad had been the last one living, he could have never dated nobody else.
See, there you go.
Never.
Oh no, oh no. After all the stuff that first of all, the kind of marriage that they had been married for 45 years. And I just wanted him to be happy. That's
Miss
all.
J,
And
what
and
you would
and
interfere with
those
it?
and tho- those last 8 years of his life before he passed away, I saw him be free and happy in a way that I had not seen him be before. And I was happy for him. I really was.
Hmm.
He had a couple of years to be free and enjoy his life. We used to have this running joke. Oh, when the big one comes, we're going to go to Tattoo Eddie's and get some tattoos, and we're going to get some champagne, and we're going to find out where the bullseye is. X marks the spot, and we're going to sit there and wait for it. That was like our running joke. He loved life, and he
Just
became more lively after all of that. After all of the grief and all of that was over. And I would never have denied him that. Never. because I saw a whole nother side of him.
I think you
Miss
sound
Jen,
like
oh,
you're very healthy. And so many times people are not very healthy. They are very self centered. But what you're saying is that to see your father to be free and to be able to laugh, to relax, to me, that's healthy. You're very healthy because we should not be putting, unless you thought he met someone who would take advantage of him. That's a different story.
Oh
But
no, I'd have jumped in. I'd have jumped
yeah,
right on in.
yeah, that's a
now,
different story.
now, Miss Jen, you said you wouldn't never, your dad would never move on. What would
Mm-mm.
you do to stop that?
Mm-mm.
What would you do to stop that? Or are you just saying he wouldn't do that out of his own character?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Okay.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Like, mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
What about your mom? Is it okay for your mom?
My mama don't want nobody.
If she did, though.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-mm.
None of them. Okay. At least you're equal opportunity. Nobody can have nobody.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Let me go in there here and then key in on the phone. I'll be like, who you talking to? Who got you in here talking about okay? I'll be like, wait a minute now. Who you on this phone with? Young lady? I know she would tell me get somewhere sit down, but I mean really.
Hey,
I'm not
you got to kiki till the end.
I know that's right, but not You know, my
But
nephew.
you know what? I tell you something funny. One of the people that my dad was hanging out with, the reason why they broke up, true story. She didn't like the fact, and my father and I were extremely close. We talked on the phone. I was a straight up daddy's girl. I ain't gonna even tell you some of the things, but we talked on the phone every single day, and we would always end the conversation with, "I love you, daddy. I love you, baby." That was always the end of the conversation.
Mhm.
This person had a problem with the fact that we talked on the phone every
Mhm.
day and that we
Mhm.
always ended the conversation with "I love
Love
you."
you. Mhm.
And she got jealous of that.
Mhm.
And when she had the temerity to bring that up to my father, he got in his car and he drove, and that was it. That was the end of it. And I said, "What about your clothes and your stuff?" He said, "I don't need that stuff." That was it.
No.
He got up and what my father was very old school. He didn't say a
Mhm.
word. He got up,
Your
got in
daddy
his
had good
car,
sense.
and
Your
that was
daddy
the
had
end of
good
that.
you
But to me,
And he told me why. He told me why. Because
but
she said that. And
but
that
to
was
me,
why he did
and
it.
to me, that is very self-centered for any woman or any person. My adult sons, when I talk to them at night, I always say, "I love you." That is something that a parent says to a
Me
child.
and my son do it all the
Absolutely.
time. Every time we
Absolutely.
get off the phone, I love you. If I don't say it first, he gonna say it to me. We always in
Absolutely.
the call with "I love you," like period. I don't care how old he is.
I would give my left arm and my right leg to get a phone call like that again from my daddy.
I
Mhm.
know.
Mhm.
Because we talked every day.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Sometimes he would call me up at work because he likes soap operas. He would call
Mhm.
me up at work and start talking about General Hospital. And I'd be
Mhm.
like, Daddy, I'm at work. I can't talk about this. You're like, did you? Oh, wait till you see what Anna Lavery did today. I'm like, Daddy, I'm at work.
Girl,
but you know, any girlfriend that's gonna say to the man that he's too close to his adult daughter, she bears watching. She's too controlling.
That's
Why,
right.
if he can't love his own child, why would he love you? Why would he love your children? That doesn't make any sense. That's selfishness to me.
And
uh-huh.
you need to look at the man that loves his child. That's
Right.
a blessing to you. The
Ab-
man who loves his child,
yeah, that's right. That's right.
Mm-mm. No.
you ain't gonna come between that.
You said something about Jesus or you said something about my dad.
Oh my
Don't
God.
say don't say nothing about my dad.
I'm the same way. I'm exactly the
Don't
same way.
say nothing about my dad.
But
He been
did you hear what you said?
I heard what I said.
he been gone 35 years. Don't say a word
You don't
about him.
say nothing about. See, let me tell you something. There's God. There's my daddy. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing about that man.
Yep.
Child, you better not have tried it.
Yep.
You better not have tried it.
That's beautiful.
You better not have tried it. On no
That's
day
beautiful.
was I gonna be tried by my daddy.
That's beautiful.
And somebody said, "What about your mom?" I said, "She could hold her own."
That's right. That's right. She could
And
hold her
that's the
own, but
truth.
when
My
when it
mama can
come to
hold her own,
daddy,
but my
don't do
daddy,
it.
baby, don't do it. I had to tell that ex-husband one time. He told me, "Your daddy." I said, "Hold on, let me stop you right there. Don't say nothing about my daddy, because I promise you, you're gonna lose this."
Don't let the
See?
words "your" and "daddy" come out of your mouth.
Unless you're using the word "saint" in front of it, don't do it. Don't do it. You know, that's because here was the fact of the matter, and I really meant this. Ain't nothing you could say about him that would be true that would hurt my feelings, but the fact that you being disrespectful is what's gonna get. We about to
Right.
have it.
Right. Right.
So don't do that.
And right. And this boils back to the conversation that we were having about Vernon and Anita and
Hmm.
their home and what you do and don't do in their home. There's
Hmm.
just people like that. There's a untold level of respect, just this unseen, untold, unspoken, but very well understood respect.
No, you
What
just
do
don't
y'all
know.
think respect is, though? That's my question. What do you think respect is?
Not crossing lines that you have no business. Saying
Okay,
things that are out of order.
so if the
Just
person,
being nasty for no reason.
so if the person lines is not of that nature, then you're not disrespecting them, right?
Say that again.
If the person lies, okay, if Vernon and Anita is fine with Kat bringing a male suitor to the home, is she disrespecting them?
Well, I don't know about
That's
them,
just a question.
but the way I feel, whether I would even want to be with my parents and my grandparents to even let them know that I was living that kind of a lifestyle. I know that to me that just I would even not have respect for myself to do something like that.
Yeah, me too.
She's dealing. She's already dealing.
I
She's dealing with
think
one
that's
man.
kind
I
of
ain't
like
saying men in and out, huh?
you ever see somebody and they say, "Oh, you don't have to call me Miss So and So, or you don't have to, do such and such and so and so." But if that's the
My
way
mom's
I've
that
been
way.
raised, that's just what I'm gonna do anyway because I'm not comfortable referring to you by your
Absolutely.
first name like that.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
just automatically. So for me, it's disrespectful if I don't follow what's in me to follow.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah.
But if you were to call them by the first name, then that wouldn't be disrespect because that's what they asked you to actually call them.
I know they wouldn't feel disrespected, but
Yeah.
I would feel I'm being disrespectful.
Yeah. So that's my whole thing with the whole cat situation. I don't know what side Vernon and Anita stand on.
We're gonna find
The
out.
simple fact that neither like they was on board with Cat moving in with Tomas to begin with.
Over
And the
there.
simple fact, huh?
Over there.
Yeah. But a lot of times if you okay with that situation, I could kind of see you being okay with the situation being in your mansion,
We
being in
about to
your
find
big home. They didn't
we about to
seem like
find out.
they were real sticklers and uptight about the whole situation.
We about to find out. Because I believe the
Yep.
cat gonna try it. She gonna try it. And then they're gonna be like, hold up, Jim Shoe, we need to talk downstairs in the living room. And I just hope, I just pray that Tomas ain't greased up in that baby Earl and get that all over their nice couches down there in the living room. Because this ain't, don't do that.
Don't you say the living room? There should be no reason why Tomas is sitting in their living room.
They
There
gonna
Shoulda,
have
should
a
be
woulda, coulda,
conversation.
none.
woulda.
They got to have a conversation in the living room because of the sets that they have set up.
I got you. But there should be no real reason. If this was real life, right? There would be no real reason for Tomas to be anywhere in the main house, the main compartments of the house.
But he's
No
gonna
reason.
be. But it's gonna happen.
Huh?
It's gonna happen.
And they got servants around. They got servants to come and serve them.
No,
And
Like
baby,
Cat
I'm
could
it
probably
going.
order
doesn't
up
matter.
Hey,
some.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, and it's gonna happen soon.
my servants would tell me that you run around my mansion.
You ain't kidding.
They'll be in there. Miss
I want to
Jen,
know
Miss Jen,
everything
Miss
they
Jen,
ate.
Miss Jen. Cat got company down there down the hallway. I'll be like, say less. They know who write their paychecks. All right, y'all. We done ran out of time. It's 10:30. It's time for us to
Oh, okay.
roll on up out of
All
here. But
righty.
as always,
Yeah.
y'all know I love hanging out with y'all. But before we get out of here, y'all know we got hold on for a minute. Let me see what I'm gonna play well, because it's quite a few of these I gotta go through. We got all these anniversaries and things to cover too, you know. So let me see. Let me see. I might as well just hit this. Let's see. How long is that money song? Money song is 25 seconds. I might be able to make it. Let's see.
Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me.
I'm still cycling through because we got our anniversaries down here too. But let me go back and get these names. Missy Lane is celebrating her 6-month anniversary as a member. Give it up to Missy Lane. KB Mommy is also celebrating her 6-month anniversary. Keisha gifted 1 So What You Think membership. Thank you so much for that and for being a sponsor tonight. Linda says she wanted her props too. She's also celebrating her 6-month anniversary as well as Bilo Didi celebrating her anniversary. Sean B sent us a $3 super sticker, also being one of our sponsors for tonight, along with Miss Tiff, who also sent a super sticker. Sean B was celebrating her 3-month anniversary. She says, "Hey, I want my membership milestone," and there you got it. And VAR, you didn't know this, but it also said that this was your first super sticker, and it wanted us to celebrate you for that.
Yeah.
It had it down there in the thing when it was down there. Okay.
Congratulations to me.
Your congratulations to you. Angela Jackson, also thank you for being a sponsor. Unicorn Jim, we thank you for being a sponsor as well. Also, you, Miss Jasmine Williams, thank you for being a sponsor and for coming up on the panel. Bilo Didi, thank you so much for your sponsorship. Myrtle Tinsder, and also Peggy. Thank you guys so much for being sponsors of tonight's open panel. And y'all did not disappoint. You did a great job.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I know someone personally who watches this show as well, who I think may come over here and join us sometime for a discussion. We're going to see. I think I'm going to talk to him tomorrow and then see if he'll come up and talk about it, because it's a group of them that watch it as well. And we might partner up and, not partner, but at least he'll come over here and talk with you guys about his thoughts on the show too, because I think he talks about it every day to the people he knows. So, but anyway, thank you guys so much. I am going to start. Where are we? I think Jasmine dropped down already because I don't see her. Let me take this picture down. Hold on.
And we had a Cat and Eva free night. This is a blessing.
No, we talked about it, but we didn't.
Well,
we
that's
didn't
okay with Cat, but not Eva. Oh Lord Jesus, thank you.
Did nobody fall out?
I must say, Eva is doing a great job in her role, and she's quite bubbly, and she's retentive, and she's just the salt of the earth right now. No, I'm being dead serious. It sounds like
right now. Well, what I think is that people are
trying
to. No, I think that what people are trying to do is separate her from her mother, but Leslie is eventually going to pull them right back together, because Leslie can't take the heat.
No.
She can't take the heat. She gonna do some mess, and then she gonna be like, the people are like, "You didn't control your mama. It's your fault you didn't get your mama." But I also feel that Kat's turn is coming as well. I keep saying I think they're growing Kat's character up in front of us. Y'all gonna blink and you're gonna miss it. She gonna come out one day and just gonna be like, "I'm a new person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a new
everybody but Eva."
And it's not because I think she's bad. I just think she's bratty. I don't think the Cat is bad. I just think she's bratty.
Yeah, her and Eva thing, though, I think is up. I don't think she's ever going to rest until she gets some type of vindication.
She has a right to be mad. She has a right to be mad.
She's looking for vindication. Yeah, she's looking for vindication. That's her whole situation. And until she gets that vindication, she ain't going to stop.
Yeah, she has a right in the sense that girl did show up and blow their whole life up. So I know I understand why she's mad. But I'm with her mother on that. She's got to stop all this obsessiveness about Leslie. Let the police handle that girl. And then what you do is when she go to jail, then you go down there and taunt her.
That part. There you go.
No, write
That
her
just
letters and
happened.
say,
And
"Dear Leslie, what you doing in there locked up? We out here eating ice cream and stuff, having fun."
How
and
was
look
your day today?
look at Kat, how respectful she was toward her mom. She even went as far as to tell Donnell that there's an after dark Nicole that she's dealing with. But you see, she doesn't tear her mother apart and call her the H word and all of that. But she doesn't like at all the behavior that her mother's displaying right now.
Mm-hmm. And y'all, one last thing before we get out of here. Did y'all see Leah just casually threaten that boy's life?
Yes,
Yes.
She
yes,
was casual with that
Yes.
thing.
yes. She said if they had any complaints, you would be dead.
She said you
My,
wouldn't even
my,
be alive.
my
You'll
thing
be
is, I
gone.
was thinking, and I'm mad it didn't go that way, but I wish it would have. I wanted her to be Joey's sister.
I think she is. I think she mean what she said. Grayson made it disappear.
What do you think of Jacob threat? Stay away from Ashley. And Jacob, and well, whatever his name is, and the
Ain't
bull,
nobody scared of you.
Rashad cannot say anything. He can't even manage his own house. So
What you
he's
call him, Rashad?
whatever his name is. He has
Still
no.
said Rashad can't say nothing.
He can't manage his own house. So
Grayson ain't even taking him up on it. He didn't scare Grayson out one bit. Grayson's still dealing with Ashley and the whole 9 yards. It's funny. Like, he didn't pay Jacob no mind at all. Well, Rashad. He ain't pay Rashad no mind at all. He ain't care.
mm-mm.
But the
Yeah,
girl, yeah,
well,
the supervisor, yeah, it makes sense that she is the impaler. And
hmm
I wonder if she's the impaler or she just works for the impaler.
She might just
no,
work
I
for
think she's it.
You think she's the top of the line?
I think she's it.
Okay,
I
I can
don't know
see that.
why. I just
and
think she's it. But at the same, I don't know.
whoever heard of a chief of staff? I've worked with the many doctors. I've never heard of a chief of staff taking notice of when you sign out for your break and you're coming back late.
Chief of staff, that's below their pay grade.
That's what I'm telling you now. Why? What, that doesn't. I told E that makes no kind of sense. A chief of staff usually is in the office. He's doing a
I'm
lot.
in my office eating my cheese sandwich, minding my business.
Now you're gonna find out when he signed out and that he was late coming back.
Yeah, hello. Yes, come get another award. Yes, I can do that. What date did you need me down there? September 5th. Oh, yes, I'll be there to get my award. Thank you very much. That's all
That
you
was one of
doing
the
in there.
moments you could chalk up to TV though. It'd be a lot of TV moments because then you could say, "In what world would like we said before, in what world would Leslie just be busting up in everybody's houses? Like
They got her
life doesn't
everywhere
work
like
that way."
they got her running around the hospital acting like she a McDonald's manager.
But did you notice? Deanna said, "You're pretty." When she first saw Leslie, she said, "You're pretty," and Leslie
Yeah.
said, "You're pretty too." And then that's when Vanessa told her to come on, and she told her that Leslie was crazy, I think. But she did, and she likes Eva too. When she looked at Eva, she didn't. I don't think she said to Eva, "You're pretty," but I could tell by the softening of her face, she liked Eva.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in the end, she might ride with the other side. She might be down with the Leslies of the world. Who
I
knows?
know we need to
Not
hashtag
to
bring Deanna back.
not Leslie, but
Hashtag
it would
bring
be nice
Deanna.
for her and Eva to have a good relationship. Leslie's in no condition. You know, this girl is already in pain. She's probably on the verge of a psychotic break. She doesn't need Leslie, but it would be nice if she and Eva could have some relationships with some people her own age, and they both are working through things, and that would be good. But not Leslie. I wouldn't wish Leslie on anyone. And Leslie's in no condition to mentor anyone.
Well,
Leslie gonna
unfortunately,
have to
it's a
go
soap
into a
opera.
coma and wake up a nice person. That's the only thing to
Mm.
save Leslie. Ain't nothing can save her but a brain transplant. All right, y'all. We got to get on up out of here. But thank you all so much for coming and hanging out for me as usual. I look forward to talking to you guys next Friday, especially since we ain't got no show. You know.
Okay.
So I might just kick out Thursday and do nothing, and we do a little trivia and then go into the open panel or something. We'll see.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I think I'm gonna move trivia to the membership.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Less people to compete against.
That's right.
Daddy beating the folks up anyway. It don't matter where they at. Poor babies. we'll move the trivia to membership, and then they can get it later.
Yeah.
You know, but yes, we're gonna move that into that. So,
I already know one question that's going to be on there.
uh-huh.
I already know one question you probably going to have on there.
What's the?
I can see. Well, if I said you ain't gonna have it no more, probably. But the
I
address
won't.
to the
I won't
house,
change it. I
The
won't change
address
it.
to the house,
the
yes.
address to the house, I
I
can
won't
see
change
that
it
being
because
one of the
look,
questions.
because you never know how I'm gonna ask the question.
That's
I
There's
don't know.
many
I don't even
ways.
remember
There's
the
many
address,
ways. I remember it right now for some
but you
reason.
repeated it.
I usually repeat things that may be on the trivia.
Yep, you repeated it, and I'm like, she gonna use that address. I
Yeah,
know she gonna use the address.
sometimes I repeat things that I'm gonna put on the trivia. I'll be like, let me, because I
That's
told
definitely
y'all
would have been a good
before,
question.
I'll be trying to throw y'all some hints.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been a good question if you don't use it. But yeah, but go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Got some fun things coming up. We're gonna do trivia, and then there's one more thing we may. Matter of fact, we may do that Thursday in connection with the show. I just have to take the time to write it out so that I'm correct when I say what we're gonna say about it.
Would
Okay.
you ever do like we kind of touch on it like when we do the live panels and stuff. Would you ever do like uh a cultural show? Not
What's that?
cultural, but I'm trying to figure out the right word I'm trying to find.
You mean
Like
like stuff that's about what's going on in the world?
yeah, just like a different like situation. Would you ever do something like that? I know
Now
you used to have your talk show and whatnot.
you mean real stuff that's going on in the
Yeah,
world?
real topics. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
People
Because
crazy
we tend to touch on it sometimes, but
a
yeah.
little bit, but people crazy. Too
Yeah,
much
'cause
stuff be happening.
you just heard what happened here in Michigan yesterday. I'm sure you guys
Oh
did.
yeah, about what happened at the synagogue.
Yeah, that was
Mhm.
those babies were preschoolers and kindergartners.
I didn't hear about it.
104 of them, and by the grace of Father, none of them were injured. But the truck did eventually get set on fire. I guess he was planning to set the school on fire, and this man was
Oh my God.
extremely angry. According to the news media, I believe they said he had lost 4 relatives in the Israeli war, and
Oh
he,
God.
he
Mhm.
took that truck and rammed it. He was going to set that school on fire. Yes.
Mhm.
No,
So
my question was like, like men women conversation, like different things of that nature. I was looking at it I was talking about like that note, not like
that world
ground
news.
brushing. Yeah, not ground brushing news, like light conversation, light
Mhm.
discussion panel type situation. But I got you. Yeah, no, I wasn't looking at that part.
Yes.
Bilo Didi said, "I need to revamp my relationship show. I've been enjoying some of the old videos." Yeah,
That's what I'm talking about.
yeah,
That's what I'm talking about.
now I love talking about relationships and love and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I
that's what I'm
love that.
talking about.
I even want to do like a dating kind of show thing. I have an idea for that.
Men, women, the differences between little argument back and forth about it, stuff like
hmm
that.
Yeah, I like talking about stuff like that. I always have like talking about love and relationships and stuff like that. You
Maybe
know,
we can do that for the membership or something.
when I did that interview with the guy who was a narcissist, who's a
Hmm.
recovered narcissist. Oh my God, the people was like, how could you interview him? Why would you want to talk? And I was like, okay, so, and it's just funny how many people don't listen. I said his interview was to help people to avoid relationships with a narcissist.
You were supposed to bring him on. Remember, you were going to
Oh,
bring him.
you know what? I think about that every single week because he'll come anytime I ask him. But I was just like, maybe they don't really want to talk about that, So,
I
but
would love to just understand, because just see it from the inside. Since he
okay.
was one, we
So
can see
I'm gonna
it.
bring him on, and not only am I gonna bring him on, instead of doing an interview, we'll have a discussion and we'll let people come up and talk to him and ask him questions and stuff like that.
Oh,
Because he loves to talk.
okay.
Because he was on the talk show. I had him on the talk show a few times
So
as
he's
a
a
panelist.
narcissist or he was dating a narcissist?
He is a narcissist, a recovering
Oh, okay.
narcissist. He's been, because I don't know if you ever really stopped being one, but his point now is to help people understand what it is to really deal with the narcissist, how this will really affect you dealing with one of us. And
Oh,
he's the person that said he had a demonic spirit. He said, I had a demonic spirit. Narcissists have a demonic spirit. The things that we do, why we do them, how we want to see. He said, seeing you cry, we love it.
oh my God.
Mhm.
But see, there's nothing they can. It's not their fault that they're narcissists. Narcissists are made; they're not born.
Yeah,
Narcissists are made by their parents; they're not born.
absolutely, like the borderlines.
And that's the reason why I kept writing so hard for what was going on with Eva, because her mother, child, whew,
I know,
that's
I
something
agree
else.
with you, but so many people said that we were just enablers and we were taking up and Eva couldn't do anything wrong. And I found myself, I was getting so emotionally upset about it because it seemed like intelligent people couldn't hear and they couldn't see when you've been molded and shaped. You can't just snap out of it. You have to learn and grow out of it with therapy, with practice. But I just was just
And
hoping.
even if you're trying to get out of it, the narcissist is working hard for you to never get out of it.
Lord have mercy.
Every step you take, they want to pull you 3 backwards. Now, I know somebody whose mom is one of those, right? So when she would try to go to therapy, it would be like, first of all, she get a whole speech about why you going over there. You don't need to be going over there. What you going over there for? You don't need to be going over there, because narcissists fear about what you about to tell on them. They don't want you telling them, right? So then it was, well, I won't babysit for you if you're gonna go. So she was like, fine, I'll take my baby with me. Well, you can't drive my car. Okay, fine. I'll take the bus and I'll go and I'll take my child and I'll go for my therapy. But see, eventually you get tired of the wear down and then she just stopped going.
But see the thing, but that's why I kept saying I would love to see Leslie and Eva not be so enmeshed together, to be physically separate. I don't want Eva to turn on her mother. I don't want her to stop loving her mother. I just want her to be able to clear her head, because she could think better if she was going through therapy and she had that space between them. But as long as you live with them, the guilt is going to draw you right back in, and you'll
And
never.
listen, that's why Leslie gave her that building or that condo, because in the end of it, she still controls Eva. Whenever she gets ready to pull that card.
But I don't think she can control Eva by that if that was all that Eva had. Like, so when we talk about,
even still, if somebody tell you get out of my house,
it doesn't. She can't control that. I mean, it doesn't matter.
I'm saying,
No,
even
what I mean,
if somebody tell you to get out of the house, though, Var.
Yeah, I don't care.
No, the point is just telling you I want you out of my house. Letting you know that I don't care nothing about how you feel. I do not care that this hurts your feelings. I do not care that you feel unloved. I do not care. In fact, that's what I want you to feel. It's not even about if she gets up and moves out. It's just the fact that I have that to use to make you feel all of that. That's what a narcissist.
Here's the conflict that I get with Leslie. This is the conflict.
She put her clothing in a garbage bag.
This is that's what I'm about to say. Like, this is the conflict that I kind of get with Leslie. Leslie set Eva up to be independent of herself. So she gave Eva the best lane for Eva to actually cut Leslie to the curb, because Leslie does not need her mom right now for anything. She doesn't need her for employment. She doesn't need her for housing. She doesn't need her mom. Leslie introduced her to Ted, which gave her finances and stability. So Eva is straight no matter what Leslie has to hold over her head or try to pull on her. Eva will be straight regardless. So I think Leslie kind of dropped the ball by introducing her to her dad.
But Var,
if she wanted to keep her under her thumb.
But Var, financially, you're correct. There are no chains. But when your soul and mind have chains on them, those chains are still there. And whatever happens, Leslie is always going to use that guilt to bring her back.
My thing with Eva is too, I think Eva has successfully separated herself from her mom. I don't think nobody on the show, maybe some people in the comments might talk trash, but I don't think nobody on the show puts her in kind of with Leslie like that. Eva is her own separate entity, and like how even the woman that slapped Randy upside her head, her and Eva had a nice conversation. It's like, yo, I can see your change. I can see that you're doing better, and I can see that you are repenting for the situation that went down, and I respect that. Like, even her telling her that, and Nicole don't have a problem with her, and Ted don't have a problem with her, and Martin, nobody has a problem with Eva except for Danny and who else? Danny and Kat. That's it.
But now
everybody else respects that.
for a long time, Nicole has been able, as a therapist, to understand that Eva never had a chance. But Mona, I think her anger toward Eva was the fact that Eva played
The whole setup.
along with her
Yeah,
mother, and
exactly.
but this time Mona said, "You are walking the walk." So that means
Yeah.
Mona has been watching her, and she really believes that she means what she says, because she was very angry because she loves the Duprees, and because of the way she treated the
And I, and
Duprees.
I and I don't think that her relationship with her mom is really affecting anything. I think that Eva's doing a nice job of not feeding into her mom and keeping her mom at bay and actually trying to reel her mom in and calm her down. So at the end of the day, I think Eva, from the outside appearance, she seems well adjusted. She seems like she's not with none of the BS and she's living her own strong black woman life,
Well,
even with her crazy
I,
mama.
I know Joey asked her where did she get her people skills from,
Yep.
being raised by Leslie.
Everybody loves Eva.
And
Every it's
she said, "Well, I had to clean up my mother's messes." But one
yep.
thing that is really, really bad for Eva is the fact that Eva has not had any strong
Mhm.
mentoring. She's never had any strong mentoring from a well-adjusted,
But
healthy.
you know what? You know what? At the end of the day, I hear what you're saying and I agree with you. But at the end of the day, it seemed like it doesn't matter. She's a well-adjusted woman. Like the character that they got her playing, she seems perfectly, other than that issue at the beginning, she seems very adjusted. She seems happy. She seems like she got a good mind frame. She seems like she's straight and she's managing her mom, even though I know that can be a lot on you, but she doesn't let the dysfunction of her mom affect her own personal life. She
I think,
still runs
yeah,
it well.
I think she's standing up to her pretty good. I will say that
Yeah,
for her. I
she's
think,
on her own.
but it is still is a job, because a daughter should never have to mentor her mother. And when you're
Nope.
the mentor for the mother, you got to watch every word she says. You got to sit to the table with her so you can hit her knee when she gets out of control. That's just not a daughter's place, and that still is taking away some of her freedom. I do agree with you. I believe she's behaving well. She's acting like a well-adjusted person. She's behaving more in a healthy manner, but still.
Hmm.
But Leslie's a mother. I agree. You're not gonna throw your mother away. If it just could be some way so they could have physical distance, and Leslie wouldn't try to always reel her in. But yeah, that is her mother, and I don't expect for her to stop speaking to her mother and have nothing to do with her
Leslie
mother.
tried to get her to quit the job with Ted and come work for her. And she
Yeah,
stood up to her mom and was like, no, I'm still keeping my job.
I
I'm not
like
going to
that.
leave Ted. And it just seems like Leslie doesn't have the control that she would probably want. And like I said, I really think if she really wanted to be a super narcissist, she dropped the ball by producing a well-adjusted man in her daughter's life that has money and that can do everything for her to the point where if Leslie does decide, hey, Eva, get out the house. Leslie, I mean, Eva can be like, all right, mom, I'm out. Like she don't
And
need that apartment.
I love the fact
But she
that,
still needs her mother and her
yes, she
love and
does.
her acceptance.
I
And that's
love,
what Leslie knows. You're still
yeah,
that is what the thing is that she uses against her. I know you still need me.
yeah. And but
Yeah, but I think no matter what trump card she try to pull on Leslie, though, Eva always tops it. Eva always put her mom in check. She always tells her mom, your plans is not cool and I'm not with it. Like for now, everything that Leslie tries to throw at Eva, it's like Eva shoots it down. Eva is not in agreement with her mom on pretty much nothing.
but
And she's doing a great job at just swatting down all of Leslie's crazy ambitions and wishes. She knocks them down.
one thing I think is so beautiful about Eva. Now, Eva could have anything she wants. As Ted said, he is a plastic surgeon and they roll in the money. Eva not once has tried to use her father to get to be advanced anything. She wants to earn everything. And she has such a protective sense toward him. I love that about her, because some children, they would, you've been out of my life for 20 years. Now I'm back in. They would drain him for every dime they could get out of him. And you'll never see her trying to use him in that manner.
Hmm.
Mm. Okay. All right, y'all. We're gonna get ready to get on out of here. We are 3 hours and 18 minutes in.
We never
All
tell.
righty.
Okay.
All right, you guys. So please come back and chat with me next week.
Absolutely.
All right. Good nighty, Daddy.
I guess he went to.
He busy doing his thing. All
Yes.
right. Yeah. All right, Miss Lil. Thank you so much for coming up and hanging out with me as usual.
Thank you too. You have a good week.
You as well.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, Var, you still here? I couldn't see you at first. Okay. Thank you so much for coming up and joining us. I thought you had already got off. I'm like, where's he?
I was hiding.
Oh, okay. I see that now.
Don't tell nobody. All right, fine. You caught me. All right. See you next week.
All right. Tell Mrs. Var we said good night.
All right, bye.
All right. Bye-bye. And Jasmine, thank you too for coming up and joining us as well. All right, Sean, you have my deepest sympathies. I'm married. I was married to a narcissist. Yeah, the narcissist is something else. Okay, so I'm gonna go on and set the interview up with Leon so we can have that discussion with him. Maybe I'll see if he can do it Thursday since we're not gonna do since we don't have a show anyway. Maybe I'll see what happens Thursday. I'll check it out and see what happens. All right, you guys. Well, I will talk with you guys later. Let me look at my little outro that I wrote for you guys because I be working on this stuff and then I mess around, forget to use it. Okay. Ooh, now I done got the hiccups. Lord. All right, Gatekeepers, looks like tonight. Oh, excuse me. Okay. So it looks like tonight was another great one. I first want to give a special thank you to all of our sponsors tonight who stepped up in order for us to unlock these gates. Peggy, Myrtle Tinster, Bilo Didi, Jasmine Williams, Unicorn Jim, Angela Jackson, Var, Sean B, Tiffany F, Sean B. I went across your anniversary one. That's what happened. And also to Keisha, who gifted a So What You Think membership. Thank you guys very much. I hope I didn't miss anybody who was a sponsor. So, and then all of you who were celebrating your anniversaries, thank you as well tonight. Thank you also for still being members after this time. I got to put something together now because I didn't realize we were at, but these are months anniversary. So it's 6 months. We are not at the year mark yet. Okay. So that means when you guys get to your year mark, then that's when the year will be. Okay. I got it wrong. So I'm thinking months, not years. Okay. So it'll be when you guys reach a year, it will be a year. Okay. So KB, Mommy, Elaine, all of you guys who are celebrating. So I guess those first 30, you're just about around this time because we did 30 in 30 days. So yeah. All right. So anyway, thank you all very much for helping us make this live panel happen tonight. I also want to thank our wonderful Mards for keeping everything running smoothly tonight. We appreciate you and everything that you do. And of course, thank you to everyone who joined us down in the chat and who were hiding in the bushes. Don't forget to go over and join those other content creators pages and just become subscribers. Even if you don't, this is not about it. I don't like what they were saying. Then don't click over there no more, but let them have the number because we need those numbers. So give them the number. Help their channel be seen by other people who do love what they do. And then you could listen to me and listen to somebody else who does reviews as well. It doesn't matter. We don't own yet. Okay. That's what makes this gatekeepers community so fun. If you enjoyed tonight's conversation, make sure you hit the like button. And if you're watching on the replay, we still want to hear from you as well. Go ahead and drop your thoughts down in the comments and let us know what you think about everything that happened this week on Beyond the Gates. And all right, everybody, I hope that you have had yourselves a great day. If not, remember there's still some time left. Why not see what you can do to turn it into one anyway? And I'll talk to y'all later. All right. Bye.
Okay, that's it for today. They're closing the gate, so I've got to close this door until tomorrow. See you then. Bye-bye.